honestly, on the radio, because
you got to
you're going into about 3 different.
They made radio stations so mad at that, man.
nigga, I'm ready. Can I go to? No, you still. We can't play that. Then that's how you get the radio. See, I don't know. For all our young listeners out there used to be these things called like singles, and on the single, whether it was a record, a CD, or a tape, you had different edits. Okay, you had the album version, which was about 5:38. You had the radio version, which is about 3,
clean, but also it's a clean version.
Yeah, clean version. You know, now everything is just the same. Everything is everything.
I don't agree. Only because on the R&B side, I've been seeing them drop like acoustic versions. They'll drop like they'll have somebody else jump on their track real quick. You know what I'm saying? Somebody was, I mean, nowadays when people, what are they doing? They're doing the little covers for their people's songs on like TikTok and stuff, and they'll find somebody like, oh, you know what, that was kind of hot, and they'll just add them, do that, and they'll make another version of that. Yeah. So they're versioning songs like crazy though if it's popular. But
it's just not released in the same way, in the manner, because you can do it and then release it tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?
Now you can
do that. So it's no build up. Right boom, boom. I don't need to put the different here you go. You take this now. You know what I'm saying?
I want to get. You said something about covers, Zach. I want to get to that, but you also just said something that I want to touch on while we were talking about music, because there's no real build up anymore. You know what I'm saying? And we could just go. You could just go downstairs. You know what I'm saying? Real quick, boom, 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 and you can throw that shit out yourself or whatever. Do you think that has been a positive or a negative as far as, quality, as far as the quality of what you're going to get?
The quality to a certain extent in certain places, because the access and availability, like what you're saying, to be able to sit here, I can sit in my basement. I don't actually need any equipment. All I need is a computer. And now down to the point, all I need is my phone. And I can sit here and record a song, upload it,
mix it down, do everything.
Right there, right? So that automatically is going to have a lot more people saying, you know what, I'm going to try it, I can do it. Because it's like, for example, everybody knows somebody who used to rap back in the day.
Everyone.
There was a bunch of people who did. So imagine if we had the access like this, you would have had the same thing when we was kids.
Yeah,
you would have. Trust me, you would have.
No. I understand that, but
if you had access to this type of stuff when we was growing up, our age group, especially in the era of music we grew up in, a lot of people would have been doing the same thing. So as far as quantity, the quality is not going to be.
There's where I'm going with.
No, it's not.
I mean, you're going to get quantity if I'm able to do something at free will. You know what I'm saying? No red tape, no this or that. Yeah, I'll put it out as much as I can or whatever. But that doesn't help the quality of it. You know what I'm saying? Case in point, when we were shorties, let's say Crucial Conflict or one of those West Side groups, you know what I'm saying? Threw out a mixtape or something, some psychodrama. You know what I'm saying? There's no real fanfare or build up for that. But when it dropped, it encompasses a time. It grabs you. But you're not thinking you're about to get another one next week. You see what I'm saying? But it's like, no, you better came with it on this. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't really know if I'm going to be able to pull you whenever I do drop again. I don't think we have that same understanding now.
But Javan, and you can go ahead, Zach, you're not going to get that when everything you're talking about is big record company movements, because that's a big record company movement, right? If I'm an independent artist, which a lot more people are now, I don't need your machine to do it. And you see the people who do it, who are on the machine. Like, you'll see a lot of artists. Everybody ain't Beyonce, right? Even Drake does it to a certain extent. He's dropped a surprise project, but to a certain extent with certain projects, I'm releasing this in 2 or 3 weeks, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, you'll have artists have the build up. Black is doing it now. A month ahead of his album coming out. Hey, it's coming out this day.
I'm excited.
Here's the single. That shit's gonna be crazy. You have it when you're on a label. You know what I'm saying? Right. And you're not because certain artists like Rick Ross and them, they can kind of do what because the space that they've created for themselves.
Now.
You know, now. Yes. But if you have a machine behind you, you're gonna get you know what I'm saying, the promo run in that. If you don't, there is nothing invested in you to do that. So I'm just gonna drop it and let's ride.
I just don't. You know what?
And press if you have a social media account. So that's also,
well, that's the new thing. That's also
that's
a
what
new
I'm saying.
thing.
So
the
you're not
advertisement
gonna,
dollars, you know what I'm saying? You could just pocket that, and I advertise the shit myself. You know what I'm saying? Via whatever social media platform or whatever, and actually get probably just as many understandings and followers, if not even more, with this method than, you know what I'm saying, like a Little Kim billboard in 1996. You know what I'm saying? Advertising hardcore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We don't have, that's dead. I get that. I just think, though, that we have gone to, I guess that's just how society is now, just period. It's truly a microwave society. I need more now. Doesn't matter if it's quality or not, just now.
It's an oversaturated market where you can, like you were saying earlier, a lot of good stuff, because ever since everybody has been saying to me all the time, ain't no good rapping, ain't no good R&B, ain't no this. It's like, nah, fam. It actually is a lot.
Hey.
The sound that we have grew up and enjoy and love, no matter the genre, it's still out there, and it's out there prevalent. The problem is that if you don't follow the right people on social media, or you're not tuned into this, or you're not, because the way we used to get it, it's not happening no more organically in that same way. And then radio is not what it is. Radio is going to be these pockets, and that's all it's going to be. Unless you listen to satellite with Sirius and you tuned into a certain channel, really it's, I need to kind of be, who do I follow, or who do I, you know what I'm saying? Because they're going to post about this and this and that and this and that. And like, okay.
You know what though? You and Steve have been saying this though, because I was one of those cats, not necessarily with rap, but I definitely was like, dude, ain't no R&B. R&B is gone by the wayside. And this is before we've moved into our new beautiful green facility. You know what I'm saying?
It's been a whole year.
You know what I'm saying? When we was at the crib, and it was like, nah, Jay, no. There's good R&B out here. You know what I'm saying? It's just not being promoted in the sense of where it will fall down your timeline. You know what I'm saying? Because not everything is broadcast and advertised by social media.
It's also
and whatever
hard.
algorithm you got going or whatever.
It was so fun. It was so fun trolling you that year.
That shit was weak.
It's also hard.
Go ahead, Steve.
That shit was weak.
That shit was fun. Everybody. Bow. There you go.
Yeah.
Bow. There you go. Ain't no R&B. Bow.
Yeah, I'll be like, oh shit, damn, how long that been out? My damn. Wait a minute. It's like I told you.
The R&B that be out though is it's hard to gauge what I don't want to say what's popular. Like you may like it. I think it's like Silk, Do Me Baby, all of that type of shit. Like it's so commercialized that you had to like it, right? Like when
it's programmed to.
Yeah, it's programmed, right? So like when that album came out, you would go to a chick house and she'll play, all types of shit off the shit. But when you having a get together or a party, we all go to this track, right? That with R&B doesn't have that machine behind it to stamp it to say like this is the, you know what I'm saying? Like you can go to their album and see stars by their shit and say this is what everybody's playing, and you will play it and may like it too. But for the most part, when you go to like Biggie's double album, whenever a group of niggas got together, Armed and Dangerous, and that's guaranteed. With R&B, like Cleo Soul, definitely dope. You like the song you like, I like the song I like, you like the song you like. So now, if we had a party and you the DJ and you never heard of Cleo Soul, which song do you pick? Right. You see what I'm saying? Like it's not a clear song.
It's no pop.
Right.
Reference to
and then it cuts. I think it cuts the demographic, or it cuts the song in half when people, us three, we know it. You got your song, we got A, B, and C song. But the party don't know this artist. Mm-hmm. So when I play the song and people are like, yeah, I kind of feel that. And you say, no, but you got to play this song. Mm-hmm. And so now the people are like, okay, I feel that one. So you know what I'm saying? It's like usually like the Baby. He come out and he's like, I like that song. And then the next song kind of sound like it, and he takes you. But for you to be like, all right, I got a range. And so what did the person end up saying? I'm going to go get their CD. I'm going to check it out.
Right.
But we're not vibing in the party like where we all. And so
that's where things have gone more so. Right. That's where you're going to get.
So the same thing with like Silk. When you do Me Baby and you or Jodeci or all them songs, when you could turn the music down and the whole place is singing.
They're gonna continue,
right? But with this
yesterday.
song, it's like my song is. I don't really know this song because my song is that one. My song, it's not one like on the radio where it's like we might like A, B, and C, but the radio is pushing D. So whether we like it or not, we know the words to it.
Just real quick, what demographic you talking about? Because if you're talking about the young people, as far as R&B, before we even knew anything about Brent Faiyaz and his name, you go to their parties and Brent Faiyaz, you can play certain songs. Party Next Door, you can play certain songs, and the same thing was happening. They got no radio play.
Got it. But what I'm saying is I'm not saying so much the demographic. I'm saying so much as the demographic that is trying to gravitate to somebody,
assimilate to it.
Yeah, if I like it, I can't assimilate that night. I gotta go get the project, right? So like when Mary J. Real Love came out, it's like doom doom. You like it, right? And so even when I go get the CD, that's the first thing I play, and then it branches out from there. Just like, you know what I'm saying, like all of them. So now what it is now is like you might go to a girl crib and it's so disposable now. You don't have to get the project. I could just listen to that song and put it in my playlist, and or the A, B, and C song.
You had to get the whole
song.
So
and you would discover some shit. Now it's like I could just Shazam Javan's song. I
never heard that song that's on the same
demo. And so now, and how many times does that happen? When you play something and you play a song and people be like, I never heard that. But it's on the album you like.
You got the album.
But I don't got the album.
But it also has to do with...
That's the thing. When you go to Tidal, it'd be like, oh, I like this. Save to my thing. You don't save the whole album.
But it's also how, again, for our generation, because you're speaking from our generation, the young people don't even see it in that way whatsoever that you're talking about, because what they go through is normal to them, right? So how they discover music, it's normal to them to stream. We're not used to discovering music in that way. We're used to turning on the radio. We're used to seeing Rap City. We're used to seeing this. We're used to seeing music promoted in front of us, right? Unless you was known and moving around like that and knew underground rap and you was following underground rap like that, you didn't know these artists was coming out in the same way you don't know artists is coming out now because of streaming. So you're speaking from a point that's like literally like from our age demographic. You're exactly right. But for the young people, it's not like that. The issue you're talking about isn't an issue because how they discover music is exactly that way. They don't discover it in the same fashion. They discovered streaming. They discovered following. Oh, this person played this at a party, and next thing you know, because
that's what I'm
there's
saying.
Across the country people who have never met are playing songs and vibing out at a party that's not on the radio.
No, I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Like
I think we're saying the same thing.
Yeah, it's nowhere near that.
Where y'all want to go now?
I don't know. How was your week?
Oh, we didn't do how was your week. My week was shit.
Wow.
My week was
Sounds pretty adventurous, goddammit.
If y'all could see the perplexed look on this nigga face, like, he don't even know. Yeah, wait, damn, I had to answer this.
It just went fast.
It was
like,
7 days, right? It was like it was 7 days. Wait, this feels like day 3.
What did I do
Said
this
a
week?
week.
I don't know. This is the first.
Wow.
This is a blank week. Like sometimes that happens, man. It's just it's Groundhog Day. I don't. There was nothing memorable about this week.
Wow.
Let me see.
Anything with your daughter? Did you do anything?
Lisa had to work not out of town, but like 2 hours away.
Right.
So she came home every night. Like she drove back. They could have gave her a hotel or whatever. So I it was just being the baby. You know what I'm saying?
He like, I made pancakes.
From like nothing eventful. It was like 6 a.m. It was like she would leave at like 5 a.m. and get back at 8 a.m. So it's the whole day. You know what I'm saying? By the time she get back and kiss the baby, it's down to bedtime. You know what I'm saying? So it was just that on repeat. That's why. You know what I'm saying? Like
It was that day every day.
That was that day every day.
Thank the Lord for that.
What?
That your week was so uneventful, so unrememberable per se. You know what I'm saying?
It was Groundhog Day.
I could just imagine if it was. Most times we remember things about our week, they're usually negative. They are.
Yeah,
you don't put that much shit into the positive unless it's something big.
I realized that my spontaneity or the repeatedness that I have is like being single and not being with somebody. I could do the same thing every day. I could just get in a rut, get in a routine.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? May jump out and make what I'm saying.
Most men are routine.
So but with the baby, it's like this is what we doing. Like even if I she getting a little antsy or whatever, and I need a little time. It's like we gonna do schoolwork. You know what I'm saying? We got it to the point where I could set my alarm, and she's funny though, because I'd be like, set the alarm for 15 minutes, and it'd be like, done. She'd be like, we done? I'd be like, no, we're not done.
Quite.
You know what I'm saying? So, but then I set her over there for 15 minutes. When the alarm goes off, you can stop. A lot of times, most of the time, she don't. The alarm go off, she don't even realize that's for her. She just keep going, which is cool. So she's good, but I can get in that rut. You know what I'm saying? We wake up, you eat, you do that, hang out for an hour, you do schoolwork, we watch TV, nap time, blah,
the
blah,
routine.
Blah. Right.
The
you
routine.
know what I'm saying? The X factor is Lisa.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's the like with the baby, it'll be like, yeah, you sit there. I tell her to sit there for 15 minutes, and then Mama come downstairs.
I'm not
and she
sitting
like,
nowhere. I'm going.
what we doing, Mama?
Is.
You know what I'm saying? Or it's like, you know what I'm saying? Well, it's just me and her. It's you know what I'm saying? It's just like, you know, playing catch. You know, add that third person. It's, you know, it's like, wow.
She could go a little bit.
Well, juggling with 2 balls is very easy.
Hey,
so you had that third ball. You're like, oh. So
it's amazing how, like, cause you know what I'm saying, with you with your daughter, it's like how you can have her in this routine and not know.
It's the focus.
It's the fact that, like, the mom can look at it like, how the hell, like, you got that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I try to do that, and this motherfucker be doing this and doing that. And you like
even put her to sleep. It's
it's
because you talk to her. Like when she try to go sleep, she's like, I'm hungry. And then you want to have. I'm like, I don't talk to me.
It's just
bedtime. You should have told me that.
It's
before
just
we're done.
It's just a different energy.
And then she'll try it like 2 more times, and then it's just like,
it's just a different energy. You know what I'm saying? Kids and mothers have that natural nurturing type energy or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Men have the nurturing, but more so on the protective, disciplinary side. So naturally, the baby ain't gonna pull certain things with Zach as he would with Melissa. You know what I'm saying? Because he's always here with Melissa. You know what I'm saying? Getting, whether it's coddled or whatever word you want to use or whatever. But the understanding, the innate understanding is, Dad don't really fuck around like that. You know what I'm saying? Dad loves, he plays around this and that, but I can't pull that bullshit with Dad. I'm not. And
that's the understand. That's what's happening now. That's what's carving out. She's learning bullshit meters, right? Like, she's learning how to bullshit. She's learning how to navigate parents, right? This one does, this one doesn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, even when she's laying down, when we in the bed and she's laying down and she like eyes open and she's not asleep, and I look over at her just to see if she's asleep.
Shut him quick, boy.
Shut him
tight.
And it's like, I don't.
You ain't gotta fake the
I
fact.
ain't beating you. You know what I'm saying? Or it's like she laying on my chest, and I'm like, she like, I don't want to lay on your chest no more. I want to lay on mommy's pillow. And I'm like, you can lay over there when you go to sleep. She'll be like, I'm asleep. I'm like, you can't be sleeping if you're talking to her.
It doesn't work.
I love it.
Good try.
But it's just her mind of like,
I'm asleep, but I just told you I'm asleep. I love it. Hey.
So it's just so funny. Then she'll be like, I'm asleep. Like, she try to whisper it and shit. It's just hilarious, man. And it just tickles the shit out of me.
Yeah.
But, how was y'all week? Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Just piggyback on saying, I'm so excited to see how it is with the boy, because I'm the same thing. Like, it's like it's a couple cabinets we don't have locked. It's nothing really in them in our kitchen, right? And you know, fam at the point where he
pulling everything.
He at the point he's trying to pull himself up on them and not just open them, and he can kind of do it now. You know what I'm saying? And I'd be getting him to stop, and she'd be like, "You really?" He just sits here and stop. You know what I'm saying? Like, with me, he'll do it. I can pull him away from it. He'll dodge, go around, make a U-turn, and go right back to it. With you, he'll just sit there and be like,
he done already peep game.
He'll wait.
Mommy
if I walk away, he'd be like, all right, yeah, I'm going. You know what I'm saying?
I'm right
back.
She gonna give me some leeway, Dad. And on top of that, that male energy is real.
Oh,
that
my
shit's
week.
real.
Let me tell you.
Oh,
I did forget.
Oh.
Nigga.
Did you see his face?
Hold on.
Go ahead, man. You ain't gonna hit the button.
I don't even know.
You don't know which one it is. It's not even that.
No, I got it. It could be both. But,
oh, wait. Right. There you go. I'm like,
Okay. My dumb ass, mushrooms, making chocolates. All right. So I made a whole bunch of chocolates. And then it was, a little bit left over. So I put it in the mold. We got it in there. Cool. The consistency wasn't really what I wanted, right? Because you adding dry shit to blah, 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 blah. And then I didn't have milk, so you know what I'm saying? I'm adding water. And it made
the consistency of product to chocolate?
No, I'm saying the chocolate, it's thick. You know what I'm saying? It's not milky. You know what I'm saying?
I got
it's
you.
kind of a thicker.
Once you melt it down.
Yeah. So and I put the shrooms in there. It got thick, and so it's thick. Whatever. All right. So as it's melting, I can't. So I add water to it or whatever. Cool. So it kind of gives it a little greasy effect, right? So whatever.
Separates.
Mix it up good, but as I'm trying to mix it up good, it's getting hotter, so it's getting stiffer, right? So save it all, put it all in the molds, got a little bit left, put a little bit in the mold, and like, boom, I'll just get that away, right? I get to a point.
He scratched his head. This is going to be great. Hey,
I
let me
get to a
sit
point.
back.
I get to a point. It was like a day later. The extra piece, would be 2 pieces. So I took a half of one of the 2 pieces. And just to taste it. It was more about the taste. That's why I didn't take the whole thing.
The cubes.
Yeah, the cubes.
Okay.
Right. Took half of what. Right. So it's about 0.7 grams. Right. So cool. I'm like, okay, chocolate tastes good, got almonds in it. I'm going for the taste. Cool. Right. Now I'm down here playing the game. I'm doing whatever.
Off the half. Here we go.
I forgot.
Here we go.
I forgot.
Here we go.
I get to yawning. I get to, but
the symptoms is there. You still gonna continue
but
on.
It's late. It's like 2 a.m.
Okay.
So when I'm yawning, I'm like, oh shit.
I'm just tired.
Yeah, I'm tired. So I eat and then I yawn more or whatever. So I'm like, boom. I gotta go to bed. No, and I cannot.
No, you didn't. I was gonna say, no, you didn't.
I thought I was going to sleep.
No, you didn't.
I closed my eyes. No. Even before that, I warmed up some food, and I'm warming up the food, and my foot, I'm doing like this, and I'm like, what the fuck? I ain't even. But it's still not. I'm like, why am I anxious for this show? Like I'm tweaking. I'm like, am I cold? Like I don't know what's going on. And at some point, I'm like, oh shit. Oh shit. Right. No. Oh shit.
Go there, and then it's like, oh shit.
I'm like, Now it's like 4 or 5 in the morning.
Yep.
Sun is about to come up.
Yep.
I'm like, God damn it.
I ain't got an hour of no kind of rest.
I'm laying in the bed.
Like a zombie.
Eyes
open and shit.
Lisa, I told you, leaves at 5 all this week. So she's leaving in a minute.
He's still up.
I'm still up. Look, it's just bad. Like, nigga,
how did you forget that? That is what you lead with, dog. You lead with shit like that, okay? You lead with shit like that, especially those that already know. You know what I'm saying? It's like, go on. Tell me. Do it.
I was thinking of you. I'm like, how did this nigga Javan take 2 of what I took?
Dude.
And he hung out with us, and he like, oh shit, like he would have kicked in or whatever. But we all left. So I'm like, what did he do? What did he do? Like that nigga, like that was a long night. Like clearly was a long night.
Bro.
So segue, how was your week? That was like 2 weeks ago.
Bro. Yeah. What he talking about? You did the what's it called? You remember the last time?
Yeah, he was at the It was bad. And then when you try to go lay down, you close your eyes, you're like, I'm gonna just get some sleep, get some rest.
Nope.
And then it's like rainbows.
Hey, I'm not watching this. Like, I don't want to see this movie.
I'm just on my phone. I'm talking to Chat GPT all night.
This nigga was talking to AI
all night.
You know what?
But the shroom conversation is better than Google. Like when you ask them shit, they give you ads. Better than Google. No, I'm saying nigga, you get ads and you get all this shit like chat nigga.
It's a good conversation.
Nigga, I asked you, what is the most famous historical black investments for $25,000? Nigga, everything we know, Essence. Motherfucking all this shit, like the hair product, all type of shit. I'm like, so basically, it's not the money, it's the balls. It's like if you get 20, 30, or your 401k, y'all probably got that in y'all 401k, and they'd be like, would you take it out?
Would you do it to do this?
Would you take it out on a dream? Like you take everything out and be like, you know what I'm saying? It's like the nigga that made Reese's chocolate and all that shit. Like he used to work for Hershey. They fired him. And then he was like,
give me this peanut butter. Watch me work.
He did it in their same backyard. Like they fired him. He still stayed Hershey had a plant. So he still stayed on the plant, next to the plant. This nigga was a chef, made his own chocolate and sold it to the Hershey workers. Hershey himself called him in and said, hey, I heard you selling to doing such a good job. Hershey said, I want to partner with you. He could have fired, beat that nigga, he could have did all type of shit. He said, but you clearly got something. You know what I'm saying? So it's that understanding of being like the gambler on yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's like, people always be like, we don't have, like, black people always talk about, we don't have the opportunities, we don't do this. It'd be like, you ain't gamble on yourself, though. You know what I'm saying? It's like, when you did get that little lick.
Yeah, you jagged it.
Yeah, it's like
you weren't really on business, you know what I'm saying?
You didn't reinvest it into yourself.
You was just charged, you got it. You didn't, you know what I'm saying? No,
you spent that, but selling link.
Most people don't have a plan for what they want, though. Most people don't know what they want.
But I also think I think that's true. But I think it's people operate in 3 categories of finance. You like always trying to catch up. So when you get money, well, I don't even think it's how you operate. I think it's the thinking, right? So no matter where you are in life, you get a lump sum of money. Do you jag it off, right? Have nothing to account for it? Do you pay for your bills and get back even? Or do you say, fuck everything and I'm going to make this money make me money? Right. Right? You know what I'm
Save,
saying?
invest, or spend. Like those 3 categories, pretty much. Save it, invest it,
jag
spend it. Well, that's spending.
That's spending.
That's spending.
He like, nah, fuck spending. Jag, motherfucker. Hey.
Whether you spend it, but you saying, you know, gambling it away.
Yeah, like nothing to show for. Like I can spend it on something. And
it works.
Yeah, and it works. You know what I'm saying? And then you can pay bills or pay debts off and be back even and need another
jag
rub.
is straight jag.
Yeah, I'm saying like just straight like,
I don't give a fuck
hey girl, I got
that.
some money. You know what I'm saying? Like you need to pay rent, you need to do X, Y, and Z, but you had to buying drinks, you buying her drinks, you trying to get her girl drinks. Like when the money's gone, you have nothing to show for it.
I look at that the same way. Paying a bill and spending it on whatever is the exact same thing. Getting out of debt.
See, that's a mindset. That's why I say it's the mindset.
So
if you see it as that, then that's A and B is one. And so you know what I'm saying? This option of making this money make itself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like people don't even see
come
that.
into
Yeah,
that.
it's like people think of money as like, I need to get back even and pay Javan back what I owe in X, Y, and Z.
And
some people are like, I can do this and pay him and me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I can pay him back.
If I do this, everything is a sacrifice in some way, shape, or form. And it's like if I do got to pay Zach back this or that or whatever, I can pay Zach back this. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be even, but I'll be at 0. Or I can do this, a little effort, a little work here, pay Zach back, and I get half of whatever. But do I feel like pushing myself to go do that when I've seen what 0 actually is?
And that's what I was about to say. People will say all they need is get what they need and then say all they need is, right? Mm-hmm. All I need is a little bit of money and I could do X, Y, and Z. And now when you get the money, it'd be like, well, shit. Actually, the niggas ain't like, if I'm going to start a T-shirt business, right? Boom. If I had, and this calculate all the things, boom. Now
here's the money. Here you go. 15
now it's
grand.
like, who gonna buy them? Who? Right. I need a customer base. I need a group of people to hang with to sell these shirts.
Talk yourself out of what you already.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like black people blame it on other situations, and it is categorically true, but it's not true personally to each individual. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we don't have opportunities. Black people, yes. Did you have opportunities? Right. Like growing up in Chatham with 2 parents. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't.
What did you do?
That's the part that you can't see, taste, touch, or smell, and that's the psychology part. Which meaning that you already defeated to a certain extent, which you begin to second guess yourself in a way. Because, let's say, for example, you're second guessing yourself because you got an uncle or auntie on both sides, maybe a couple of them on both sides who everybody talk about, man, they always trying some shit, they scheming, and really all they trying to do is exactly what you're talking about, right? So you mentally like
trying to get out of the poverty zone.
Plus you already just, and to a certain extent, man, we don't even see it and get to know it unless you had a bunch of black teachers who believed in you in the right way, not on the same bullshit where we trying to just get you to pass fail, right, and really believed in you. Mostly had white teachers, and embedded in certain things it's racist shit. It just is what it is, right? They don't know no better a lot of times. It's not always a fault.
Ignorance is ignorance.
It's you know what I'm saying? It just happens, right? So it's like you have that coupled with all of these other things, and that creates a mentality that you sitting there saying, man, I can't. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's like I'm gonna do this. You basically defeating yourself, like you just saying, right?
I get that, but you defeat yourself once you get the means to do what it is that you mentally already said. I didn't defeat myself until I got this money. You understand what I'm saying? Up until before I get this money, I'm like, hey, we gonna boom, 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 boom. And Zach say, so what you need? Shit, I don't know, 15 grand. And Zach say, here's 15 grand. Now that I got the 15 grand, now I'm like, shit, well, this ain't going, how does that part work?
Because I think poverty is not a lack of money; it's a mind state, right? And
Gotta
so,
be.
And so, like that's what they trying to. That's what the government be talking about with shit when they be saying like we trying to stop generational poverty and all that shit. It's people that's like your grandma was on welfare, you on welfare, and your kids on welfare, and you not trying to do what we say do to get out of it, right? You like, just give me my $800 in stamps. You know what I'm saying?
Because they're asking you to believe in something that you have never seen before.
Yeah, no, I get it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like I'm believing in a ghost.
Yeah, I understand that. It's just when in life do you understand it, right? Like even that grandmother that was on welfare, at some point can be like, well, shit. You know what I mean? Like this. Some of the decisions I made, looking at her grandson or great grandson, is like, well, shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you telling her not to value them food stamps as much as you taught her to value them food stamps, right? You know what I'm saying? With your words and what you teach don't add up, right? So your value system. But no, I just think that whole poverty conversation is one to be had. You know what I mean? And it's I don't want to say, of course, it's serious, but I don't. It's a touchy one, right?
And you can
Because
expand
usually
this.
with somebody that's not in poverty talking to somebody that's
Here's
in
the thing:
poverty.
you can expand this same mentality. It's not just us within this country. Go around the world. It's the same mentality. It may speak a different language, but you go to Brazil, they got the same. The people in the favelas had the same mentality that niggas in the projects got.
It's a fear.
Yeah, it's the same mentality. So it's not just that. Just a simple poverty thing. It ain't just us, right? It's not just us. It's not just the us thing. It's how this system is built, and that's a point that people have to understand. The system only exists if you have people at the top and you got people at the bottom. It can't exist. The people at the top are never going to let the system exist where it's more of an equal. The system is not the system anymore. Now you're dealing with something else.
Well, this is probably a whole nother conversation, but it's the people that live with and without the system. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's not totally off the grid, but it's just like, I'm not looking for handouts. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I can get it. I can get close to, whatever that is. Like I said, that's a whole nother conversation, but it is interesting to see how people that, or even somebody that is very poor, born very poor, and is now rich, and how that mentality switches immediately when they have money, right? You know what I'm saying? They may spend a few years jagging bread, and then eventually they understand, like, all right, this shit is, you know what I'm saying?
But there's many more failure stories than there are successes.
Yeah, because money doesn't, that's the thing. It has to be a talent, or it has to be something attached to it to keep the bread coming in, where the values and the lessons change, right? So if I'm getting money long enough, then, yeah, my attitude will change. But if I get money for a summer, I'm going to just talk about that summer. That summer is the best summer ever, and y'all should have been there, right? So it's just the understanding of, like, you look at like a Master P and how he started, and when we first started with ghetto dope, and he was teaching us how to make cocaine, and now who he is now, right?
Make crack.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
He said make cocaine.
I did.
He was down there in fucking like Colombia and
Yeah,
Bolivia and some
yeah.
shit, like
Pop-
pounding that shit out.
You grind,
and
yeah.
doing that shit out.
You
Yeah,
out here.
yeah,
You know what though? All this came from us asking you two about y'all
And then
weed.
he went into Oh wait, real quick, hey
Good
man,
conversation.
real quick, give me a round of applause. Hit the round of applause. Happy birthday to Naomi. Her birthday was this week on Wednesday.
Hey, happy birthday.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So
Happiness.
that was basically a very large part of my week.
You know what, Ahmad? And I don't say this too much to anyone because I don't really like none of you fuckers like that.
Wow.
None of you fuckers. Y'all my brothers, and y'all see how me and my brother actually. So, I'll say this, Ahmad. Good job. Naomi is solid as a person.
Good job.
No. As far as getting a partner, as far as getting as far as vetting and understanding,
Clean it up.
as far as vetting and understanding, great fucking job. Naomi is so solid. One of the best people I actually have ever met in my life.
Yeah, but
just
don't do that.
just on her spirit side.
No, he said he wasn't going to say
I
that.
said I was.
That's why he
No,
let
I
off.
prefaced.
That's why I said
I
that.
prefaced it very, very, very well. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna change anything. No, but I love Melissa. But
Nigga, where'd that come from?
Everything before butt is bullshit.
Right.
but
Everything before butt is bullshit.
Naomi, I'm so happy for both of y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because
Hey, he got to speak at the wedding.
y'all,
Now you got to get married.
you guys balance each
Get
other
them sauced
out.
up.
I don't know how things are inside the house, outside optics.
You can imagine.
This or that. Well, I was trying to. Hey,
Here's the thing, like even
him
though
getting beat on after the pod.
let me say this, no, it ain't even even though
Like, it's not
Not
that.
that.
I'm used to that. We
Blink
10 years
twice.
in.
Blink twice.
that's what I'm see. That's
Punches don't even hurt. Don't
that's
tell them.
that's the part that, like, yeah, we have not been married. We haven't been through a ceremony. We have been living together
Yes.
for over 6+ years.
Yes.
Right? In the same house, same address for 6+ years. So
Facts.
with the space our relationship is in is like, yeah, it's not a bad space. It's an interesting space. It's a learning space because we're both growing. This thing, you know, you got the factors of not one but 2 kids coming in, the pandemic and this and that, and
This is the
other
last
things
thing
with family. Yeah,
we
it is
can
what
get
it
off
is.
your family. What have you learned about what have you learned about her staying with her for 6 years or being with her as long as you have before having kids? You thought you knew her. What did you learn or what was new about her having kids? That I'm not gonna say that's not positive, that you just didn't know. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, besides like her being a good mother. Like,
Or stronger, or
Yeah, like, what-
something stronger
what-
after.
Yeah, what's
kids,
something
you know
about
what I'm
her
saying?
that you learned?
Sometimes you don't see nothing new. It's just
Yeah,
bitter.
what'd you learn
You
in
know
her
what I'm saying?
motherhood? Like, what is something that, or yeah, like he said, that was more exacerbated.
Here's the thing. It's like because she's the oldest sibling, right? So she's the oldest, and they all 2 years apart, and they're so
Shout out to
close,
the sisters.
but so far away, right? Like,
hey, heard it.
Fuck Javan.
and coupled with the fact that she is learning how to be a mom without her mom,
Right.
right? So it's watching her because she's a very strong, opinionated, you know, I'm the top of the food chain person. To see from, especially because we're in the middle of a pandemic when we had the first, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We middle of
Yes,
the pandemic.
literally.
Now we're in a whole
Literally.
different world. To see her kind of pull back on being as like, you
She
know,
adjusted well.
Yeah,
This
I
came
got
into
it
play
all.
and-
I can. She's very much a mentality that I can do it all, right? And to watch her, because early on, it's very mother to get her to understand, like, fam, like I know what I'm doing here,
can
right?
work this
Like,
twist.
yeah,
Let's do it.
I'm trust I got, and I do this, and it took sometimes for other people, for her to sit here and just have general conversations with other people, and then for her to be like, well, yeah, that nigga is doing that, and motherfuckers like, what? You doing that? Like, when she go out now, it's like, where the kids at? You know what I'm saying? Like, he got them. What do you mean he got them? Like, he got them. Like,
He has them.
he has them.
Fuck
Like,
is you
oh,
talking
he
about?
at work? Like, when she at work, you know what I'm saying? It's like, nah, he got them both. Like, what do you mean he got them both? And he's working? Yes. Like, he's got
I'm
it under
sure
control.
you get that shit or have gotten that shit.
Well, no. Well, no. Yes, her. Some of her friends, Melissa's friends, would say that, or I've heard other conversations where women that are friends of mine were like, no, like, why does why is the baby with him, or no, I'm gonna keep him all the time. Like, no, he doesn't have to worry. But like, why? It's like this is like a fear that
Right.
he's not gonna be able to do something. I'm like, but no, he's good. I'm good.
We finished with how was your week?
I'll go real quick, and I'll piggyback on what you're saying a little bit as far as my week is concerned. Week went pretty smooth. You know what I'm saying? No real bullshit. Most of the bullshit that I have during the week is either baby mama or school. Nothing happened on either side per se. But I'm going off what you just said. You know what I'm saying? As far as when the daddy has the baby. You know what I'm saying? It makes sense why they say these things or feel this way. That's just the nurturing, motherly, you know what I'm saying, understanding. Even when they're talking to their girls, to their friends, other women. You know what I'm saying? Well, why he got the baby? Blah, 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 blah. Babies need dads. They need the understanding of what that other side of this or that is. You cannot get coddled and truly pacified all the time in this one sense. Because men do it. We three out of the 4 men in here have daughters. And I'll be damned if we're not going to, you know what I'm saying, play to whatever our daughters, you know what I'm saying, is on. But not to where the mom is. You know what I'm saying? My week was decent. We have a guest. We have Zach. One of our loyal followers who comes in and speaks.
Buenos tardes, everybody.
What up?
How is it?
Give him a clap. Give
Fuck
Zach
that
a
nigga,
clap.
man. He been everybody
Fuck
knows
that
this.
nigga.
I don't need
Everybody knows this nigga. We an hour in. We ain't started shit. We gotta get this shit going.
See.
Fuck Zach.
No, week was great. Nothing crazy. Getting Melissa situated to go out of town. So she's headed to have a good vacation for herself, single time. So me and the young one are going to be kicking it for these next 2 weeks. It's going to be a blast. So like you said, I'm good.
Right.
I got it.
Right.
I got my kid. We straight.
Right. All that.
So shout out to Melissa.
I wish
Enjoy
more
yourself.
ladies understood that you know what I'm saying. Dudes do understand how to navigate with their children.
And me, I enjoy it. A lot of guys
Yes.
will enjoy it. Give them the opportunity.
Yeah.
They
Most
enjoy
guys
being
I
with
know.
the kid.
Most dudes I know, it's like most guys I know, it's like if you wasn't trying to be a father to your kid, niggas was talking shit to you.
Right.
Niggas fucking with
What
you.
is you doing?
Yeah.
You actually can't be my friend because we ain't on the same wavelength.
We finna start this pod for real now.
I guess you wonder where I've been.
Fuck you looking at me like that for? This nigga gave me the female. You don't like Bobby Caldwell?
Brought him back.
Yeah,
to
I
a
like him
memory.
so much I put him as my video.
Oh, that's why you mad. Well, you need to look in the chat. Man.
Whoop.
Look at him. No, you look at him.
No, I did it. No, I'll take it. You can look at me crazy.
Okay.
I did it.
Oh, that's why you said, you know what? I don't like Steve. You know what I'm saying?
When shit makes sense, he get to understand that he don't like me. Oh, that's why you said, wait, I don't like you.
Because he could have just
You
said
gotta
it.
understand
He
that.
could have just said it. You
But
know what I'm
Steve
saying?
ain't-
Instead of smug ass look like, okay, now where's my
Because you got the information.
Steve is not gonna snitch on information that you should have.
That's
That's a
solid.
bar.
That's
That's a
solid.
bar.
Like,
That's a bar. Not gonna hold you.
That's solid.
Not gonna hold you.
Thank you, Ahmad. You know what I'm saying? Team up on this nigga.
God damn. What the
Fuck Javan.
Of course.
This nigga got a born to lose attitude anyway, so. It ain't
Oh,
me.
not me.
That's what you told me.
I did, didn't I?
All right.
Look,
You know, rest in peace, Bobby Caldwell, man.
man. Hey, listeners, how many of y'all thought Bobby Caldwell was black?
but when did you find out?
Chime in.
Yeah, I was like, when did you
When
find
did you
out?
find out? Chime in.
I found
Hit us with that little info. You know what I'm saying?
What'd you find out?
I think I was like 11
Yeah,
or
that's what I'm
12,
saying. Yeah,
something
I
like
was-
that.
it was-
or
yeah,
whatever,
I was
you know
young.
what
I
I'm
was
saying?
young. I
And-
was young when I found out.
And it was.
I was going to say 13, but that's about right.
I want to say it was my aunt or whatever, because you hear it, you listen.
You heard them talking about it?
Well, more so, you listen to the song, and it's a strong voice. You know what I'm saying? It's like, all right, and you see the ladies. You see, you know what I'm saying? The older folks vibing to it, and you've never heard them play any like real white band besides the average white band or the Doobie Brothers or this or that or whatever.
That was my next question. Like, when did you find out he was black? Michael McDonald. I mean, white. Excuse me.
Oh no, immediately. No,
Immediately? You immediately knew?
Immediately.
Average white band.
Immediately. But
Send a name.
a
Yeah,
name
send a
like
name.
Bobby Caldwell
Yeah. it's-
will throw you the fuck off. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh shit, he part of the Caldwell boys down the street. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, oh shit, that's a white dude. How?
Hey, Bobby.
This dude been through some pain. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Pain is universal.
And this wasn't his only joint either, too. Like,
Hey man. Hey look.
oh shit, man. Since we here, rest in peace to Lance Reddick, man.
Jesus, that came like a
That was it. That was out the
Carlos
blue.
Marmol slider, dude.
Yeah,
like,
man.
wait, what?
My man Cedric Daniels and I forget his name in John Wick,
I do too,
but I know he's at
He
the
was at-
hotel
Oh,
in John
the
Wick.
Dude in the
yeah.
wire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was his name? Lance?
Reddick.
Reddick.
Yeah.
Only 60, right?
Oh yeah, only
60.
60 years old. Yeah, and he died apparently
71.
suddenly.
No, Bobby Caldwell was 71.
71. Yeah.
Right.
Bobby Caldwell had been sick though. Like I don't know what. You know what I'm saying?
You gonna do a tribute?
No, YouTube won't let us.
They won't let
Hey, he
you do
put
all
out
that.
there like, hey, we want to, but
Just Blame YouTube, man.
Yeah.
So where y'all want to go, man? We can go with let's stay with let's stay home in Chicago.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because keep in mind we got a guest.
What y'all think about Jamal Green with the Paul Vallas shit?
Explain it.
Jamal Green has supported Paul Vallas for Chicago mayor.
Who's Jamal Green?
Where'd they eat at?
J-Mo. We talked about it last week.
Where'd they eat at?
I'm just talking about for the listeners.
Did they go to Harold's?
I'm not sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was Harold's?
They
Yes.
was eating at Harold's.
Yes. Photo op.
Remember what I said the other day? We were talking about the mayoral race and how
Yes.
and how the black vote was now going to slide that way because
Was
I
this a
went against
conversation
you
with me,
already.
you, Dad, and
Specifically
and,
me, Southside.
and Mook?
Specifically Southside.
We had this convo and we chopped it on the side of where this was gonna move to. And
Yep.
Y'all had the
That was
conversation
my-
after J-Mo did this? Or
no,
before.
this shit just happened. If
This
I'm
just
correct,
happened.
right?
That's
Like
what I
2
was
days
trying to
ago. Nah.
My question originally was who was going to be able to, because Brandon's going to be able to carry most of the north side that he already won and
East side is
expand what Lori had, right? He's probably going to get that vote for the most part, right?
Yeah.
So it's really on the south side with Chewy's space and Lori's space. How is that going to look? How are they going to be able to? Who's going to win that vote? Is going to win the race, basically.
I'm gonna tell you, and mark my words. You can stamp it right now. It is going to be one of the closest, tightest Chicago mayoral elections ever. Why? Because of what you just said. All right. This is almost in the sense of CPD against CTU. It's almost against CPS against the police.
And it's really just liberal versus conservative.
Well, no. It depends on how you want to view these things. Okay, check it out. This lady has voted a certain way all her life. Now she's at the space at 60-something years old where I don't really care about none of teachers' unions or whatever. No, but you know what I do care about? I care about nobody busting in my shit. And it's clear that this dude is truly on making sure nobody busts in my shit, which you can't really do. But where on the flip, she has 2 children that benefit from the other side of that. You know what I'm saying? What you're going to have is a split on the side of truly generational understanding. Yeah. Your parent is going to vote here,
which is
and the child is going to vote there, but they're not going to label themselves as whether conservative or liberal.
But that at the end of the day, that's what it is. Because anybody going with Paul Vallas is going conservative. Meaning I'm gonna stick with the status quo. I'm gonna stick with what I know. I'm gonna stick with this because there is no such thing as I can't remember the last time a Republican actually.
He's a Republican.
He's not. He's a Democrat.
Zach, is Paul Vallas a Republican?
He's a Democrat. He's a Democrat. I know what you're saying. You're exactly right, but he's a Democrat.
He's a vocal Democrat with Republican principles.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Would that not be a conservative?
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. That's why I didn't go Democrat. That's why I didn't go Democrat Republican. It's conservative versus liberal. That's what it is.
No.
Are you a Republican?
No, definitely not. I think it's gonna get ugly quick. I think it's gonna be like 60% goes to Vallas, 20% is going to go to Johnson, and then the other 20% is showing up. It's just
see more than 20%. I think it's going to be more like 40% don't show up.
That's a solid number.
Because that's. I mean, if you look at the numbers with the last vote, it's like it's a hell of a lot of people who didn't vote in this motherfucker. Like when you have the numbers at fam ain't even reach a mill. Know what I mean? Like we're talking about Chicago. Fam ain't reach a mill. Not even close. I mean, not even attempting to sniff. That means, do you know the amount of people who are not voting?
Yes.
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 I believe Chewy's most of his votes are gonna go to Vallas. And then the votes for Lori are gonna get split.
And
between
that's
exactly what he said.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
But conservative versus liberal is young versus old.
Yeah, you're right. But the percentage of Lori and Chewy's numbers were close, so it's like
it's
gonna be tough.
It's gonna be.
No, I don't think it's gonna be tough. I think it's gonna be tough for Johnson.
Yeah. No.
It just depends on how much of the north side he win, because it's the same thing that happened with Lord Lightfoot to a certain extent, where people discount the north side to a certain extent, where it's a lot of people.
It's going to be tough. It's going to be
they come out and vote,
it's tougher for Johnson of many factors, but one in particular that, and I peeped this with this lady that I use as an example, goes back to the distinguished gentleman.
Yeah.
Your parents know the name Paul Vallas. They have no idea who the fuck Brandon Johnson is at all. And they also know that Paul Vallas, when they had kids in school, that's who's on their diploma. To where, okay, my argument is this is what's going to happen to the schools if this happens. And it's like, nah, he was there, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, so you're not really paying attention to what his policies and this and that were then, to where he actually moved around in those policies as well. Your thing is, well, I know he was there when my son graduated.
No, you're exactly right, because there's going to be a lot more of those people who vote. But if any semblance of young people actually went out and vote,
it'll be
Paul Vallas would get washed.
He'll get washed.
He'd get
Smoked.
washed, and that's dude. That was Fam's problem from the beginning. He did not attempt to. He tried, but he didn't. It was a little late. No, he was late in the game with attempting to really get our age and younger Southside to really, because if our age and younger have a conversation with our parents, there's some of us can sit there and be like, hey, but look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this, and their parents will listen to them. Some won't, some will. But what I'm saying is it's just that. And if we was like sitting here getting our younger cousins to go vote, man, fam, go vote.
So, Mr. Martin, definitely. Yeah, I ain't talking about you. I'm talking about your dad.
He's not voting no more.
Right.
It's a wrap for him.
It's a wrap. He done did
voting
his
is
bid.
done.
Yep. Did his bid.
Nah.
Fuck that shit.
We're done here.
Let
me get these
so
VA
close to that
benefits.
shit.
Man, you was gonna say something though.
Forgot.
Wow.
I forgot.
Hey,
Man.
here we go. Green wall stare.
It's beautiful though.
Here
Look,
we go.
he gonna be like fam right there in the middle,
Right
on the
there,
bottom,
yup.
just right there, just like just.
No, we need 360 cameras.
My only thing with Jamal, I always mispronounce him, whatever. I've been not following him, but I've been.
That was clown shit with that picture.
I mean, that's your opinion. I agree. I'm not gonna say, but that's for him and what he's been doing. I don't agree or disagree. I don't.
It's politics. Whatever his politics is, that's fine.
I don't vote. So what I'm saying is this. I think he's playing the game for whatever for the future. However
He wants to get a seat.
he knows he has, like, he may not even want to be mayor.
Nope.
He may want to be senator or a state senator.
An asshole would tell you
Let me
that.
finish.
Even if Vallas
let me
loses.
finish.
This is true.
I'm just saying that he's run and lost so many times that to continue to do it is another motive, right? It's kind of like the Willie Wilson thing, but he's younger, right? So he has the years to dedicate to this or give up.
You got the
right?
time, not the
I can
Right.
sacrifice 8, 9,
Time
10
to
years to this, but when he's think of like a older person that tries to get in politics, like Willie Wilson, William Bradley, all these people. You don't have anything you don't have the relationships. People don't know you. It doesn't work, right? You've never been on the north side. You know what I'm saying? So it's one thing where it's like you've shooken and he's with the young, right? So he's already kind of planting seeds where it's like these people aren't even thinking about voting. You know what I'm saying? But when these drill niggas or whatever have kids and buy their first house, they'll remember me. You know what I'm saying? My only thing with that is people that are obsessed with running for the highest or a higher seat without going for anything lower bothers me, right?
I can see that. I can see why too.
Yeah, especially coming from
You're just
Chicago.
gonna come
we
jump
have all
straight into the
right?
yeah.
Like other people don't have,
City
other places don't
councilman,
have.
all
There's
these
so
other
many
many-
things you
yeah.
could try to do. Now, city council is a little like going down to Springfield, or not this city, but it's more lawyers, more of a dignitary
I say
background.
that point
you come,
being
you
that
come
they're-
from school.
And
Come
you're
from
not a
city.
celebrity.
Point being
Right,
that
right.
steps.
No,
That's
I
more
get it.
so,
No,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that the point of entry is different for city council than for like aldermen or for all of this other lower level shit, right? You know what I'm saying? That you could just be on the ballot for and just to get your name recognition. But to keep shooting for the highest thing is like it's a very long line.
Sometimes
right?
you got
because
a machine behind you, though, Steve.
He doesn't, and that's the problem because the machine can only get but behind the left or the right? So you're gonna have a blue machine and a red machine, and the line in both of those is long, right? The Republicans, we don't know because they probably up north hedge, which all these other different places, they don't really represent us. But the Democrats, first of all, he's behind I would ask y'all, do you think he's behind Willie Wilson or before Willie Wilson?
Who? The J-Mall?
Willie doesn't fit
Period.
in.
I'm just saying in a voter's mind, if
Behind.
when it's right, so
I would say head
when it's whose turn it
or
is.
even.
That's what I'm saying. Like when you I think before both of them is Chewy's turn, right?
Yes.
Like so after this, whatever between these two, Brandon and Chewy will be mayor at some point
in time,
right? So
I voted for Chewy. Not
so
this
it's
election,
like
last election.
knowing that,
So,
why not
yeah, I feel you.
head or try to
Or do what
circle
family.
that and say
Or
like
do what
instead of
family.
trying to keep going straight up the ladder, I'm gonna go to Alderman, I'm gonna go this, I'm gonna go that, I'm gonna go
Because
that.
that's what Johnson did.
Do what?
He served another
Johnson
seat.
did.
That's what Johnson did.
But people have careers. J. Maul doesn't have a career behind him to say I should be here. He has.
What's your
nothing.
credentials? What you got
So he
going?
has to play the field so long. He's the nigga playing on the bench waiting for somebody to get hurt.
Or get behind somebody who is far ahead and just have my name attached to it.
Yeah.
Man, he succeeded in getting his name out there.
Right.
And he
We're
can
talking
be
about him right
pulled
now
into a room.
on the pod. I don't even know this dude like that.
At this point in time,
I don't.
You have some executives like, hey man, they come into a room with me. Let's have a conversation about something. Maybe you can help facilitate this thought that we
To
have.
this, with this understanding of who
But
you are.
it's signatures and votes, right? If he says like, "Hey, I have 2% or 5% of anything," they're gonna say,
That's significant.
can you come and pair your 5% with this? But here's the thing, that 5% is can only really grow, right? Like if you have 5% of Chicago, right? All the young people or whatever, whoever you got 5%. And you go attach that 5% with somebody we don't like or whoever, you either stay at 5% or grow because you're gonna get new white people or new, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's a trade-off.
You're gonna stay at 5%, especially when your values that you preach are the opposite of the person
Right.
you attach yourself to, and that's where you fuck. That's where you.
Yeah, and no, in the sense of the voters' memory is so short that
Not with the people he has.
I got it. Let me finish. I'm saying that he might jag this now. Yes, cool. But when he goes again,
right.
then it's still a name recognition. Now we're doing distinguished gentleman.
But
I remember J. Maul Green. Who's this new nigga? Who's the new J. Maul Green? You have to earn yourself at least to this platform.
But you can't do that with losing your base.
Not losing your base.
No, that's the problem that I'm saying.
But
is
I don't think
move
it's the
that
base.
No. Listen to what I'm saying, because he's got the young people, right? And you attach yourself to someone who's against everything pretty much for a good amount that you have been preaching and advocating for. You attach yourself who's the opposite of all of that. These young people who are behind him, who are intelligent, and I keep telling people, these young people are smarter than people realize, are going to be like, nah, fam, I ain't fucking with that.
Now I'll rebut that to one thing. Only thing, and you're absolutely right. The only thing that I think that trumps that is relationship, and not is the relationship with the young voter, right? Young voters, 9 times out of 10 are voting for you because you're closer in my age, not because of my values, right?
Not these kids.
No. I'm not saying. I'm saying generally speaking, when a young person is voting for whoever they're picking most of the time. Young people pick their candidates based on relativity, right? You're most relatable to me. I identify you're kind of celebrity. You're this, whatever. But it's not so much of the I've read through your values of what
And
you
that's
stand for.
and that's why I say you should talk to more teenagers and young people who are in people that are like 18 to 25, the voting age, right? In that space, these kids are different. I've been telling y'all for years.
I'm not saying
what
they're
I'm saying
not. I'm
is
just saying generally
well,
speaking.
no,
I'm saying
generally speaking,
I think
they're
those are outliers.
No, they're not. Generally speaking, this 18 to 25 demographic is well more informed than any other 18
Not
to 25.
his, I agree. Now, I
No,
agree.
his.
No. His is he's going for young drill rappers. So like he's going for the young street niggas. So young street niggas are not. I'll ask y'all. Do you believe that his demographic that he's going for, the young street niggas that's outside that ain't never voted, hey, you should vote for me because I'm close to your age and I don't believe the cops should be, whatever it is. Do you think that person is being like, hold on, let me go read the such and such and see if you align with what I believe? Because 9 times out of 10, the 18 to 25-year-old voter doesn't even have a stance yet, right? It's the first person they pick to say, okay, like Obama, right? When we was younger or whatever, it's like I go with Obama, and it's like because he most relate like me. Now, when you pick him, and then the things he say, that's what you say to your friends because that's your man. It's just, you know what I'm saying?
But he's not that. And I understand why you say that's his demographic, but that's not his whole demographic. It is just the young people in general, because there's a lot more kids who listen to drill music who ain't street niggas who fuck with him, and that's his demographic. It's the 18 to 22. Right, not even the 25. It's the 18 to 22 is what he's going after, and that no matter what they look like.
I don't think
so
an
they
18 to 22-year-old even knows what all they can look for in a candidate, right? They're looking at another candidate and just comparing that candidate to this candidate. They're not saying, I have my own values, and which one of y'all are closer to my values, right? I like this guy, but all you other candidates pull me away from this guy. If you don't, by voting day, I'm voting for this guy, if I even vote. Right? You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of time in the young base with him is he got a lot of people saying his name, but they not voting. Right? A lot of people is like, yeah, J. Mall Green or whatever. Or when your mom asks you, because you of age, you 20 now, and she like, yeah, I'm going to vote. Who you voting for? You voting? You like, Mama, you should vote for J. Mall Green. But he ain't voting. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I'm outside. This is who I be talking to. I see here. This is who, he came and shook our hands on the block. Why you voting for that Paul Vallas? And it makes her even question. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it don't. She may still check the box, or you have the people that's like that identify with they like Duck Mama, right? If you know what I'm saying, like people like that. That's like my kid, kind of dictates my world, right? So it's like they tell you who to vote for, right? That's the man of the house, right? He outside, he bring the money in. He say this is gonna stop the cops from fucking with us, and we got raided last year. This the person that's gonna most likely be against that. Like, so I don't know. You had something to say?
I think that he doesn't care about votes. I think that he doesn't care about the male race. I think that all this is so he can get into other quality areas and be a leader there.
It's a business move.
Yeah, it's a perfect business move.
Totally.
He can walk in the rooms and get consultancy gigs.
I don't know.
Anything.
I don't know if you saw the look I gave him.
What is
the
he?
look gave me.
Let me ask you this, because you said consultancy gigs. I want to ask you this. What does he do when he's not running?
He could be working on somebody's social justice program. He can work on how they can have a better understanding in their company for the Black and Brown experience. He can help them with DEI. He can walk. There's so
Tell
many
people what
avenues.
DEI is.
Diversity, equity, inclusion. It's pretty much the buzz now for companies to up their
So this is all
for
resume
Black and
boosting.
Brown. Yeah, but at the top tiers.
That's what I get. I get it. So I'm saying it's almost it's a thin line between genius and scamming, right? It's like if it works, he's genius.
Okay, wait.
If it doesn't, if he goes to jail in 3 years, it's like
Wait a second.
this nigga.
So okay.
Flew too close to the sun.
I think you
know what I'm saying. Like if he go to jail, we gonna be like.
I think you're using the wrong words, because the scamming side is the scamming side of that sounds totally negative. No.
Okay. Yeah.
This man is playing politics. This is how politics works. It has nothing to do with whoa. Politicians that scam aren't they're used car salesmen, and they move that doesn't.
No, they just get caught. That's the ones you know of.
They all do it.
That's what politics is.
The first way they fuck you is campaign funds. If you spend that shit on anything you not supposed to spend, that opens up the books for everything.
All I'm saying
and what
is,
I'm saying is he's not adapt or equipped, or he doesn't have a career. This nigga, if anybody gives him $1 million for his campaign,
Wait, see, but
I'm scared.
Wait, time. See, and this is what I'm saying, Steve. Time out.
Who's your project manager for that?
I think this is what Zach is saying
You
as
like a
well.
what?
Look at where you're going with that. And this is where the scam to genius I don't really like.
Okay.
I'll go.
All right, I don't even like genius.
I don't either. I will go
Hustler to what's the corporate hustler? Like it's because it's
politician.
Okay, right. There it
He's
is.
playing politics. He's not about to run for shit.
So why we mad at him doing the
politics
No.
is a
So why we
scam.
mad at him doing the Paul Vallas thing? How we mad at him?
Who's mad?
Who's mad? I'm not mad.
Who's mad?
I actually
I just
expect.
I told you I didn't even know the nigga.
No, I said
So-
I'm not mad. I said his constituency for the people who believed in the shit that he said, right? So for the people that was like,
So you say
I
that-
back you
do you-
because I
Do
believe
you think
in
that
you.
picture goes against
Fucks.
what he said?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing though.
Yeah.
Wasn't he dogging Johnson though?
Who?
Jamal.
Yeah, I can see that though.
So-
Because you can have two people on the same side get into a fight. Like brothers can get into a fight, but it's like when you cross over and go over there, it's like,
Man, I don't know this dude.
Hey,
But he
This
was
dude-
saying some stuff though, man.
oh, I know, but that's
I
possible.
don't know this dude. And
You're right.
he may be the one
Politics.
of the most smartest black Chicago young dudes, whatever I've ever. Just from listening to this, he don't give a fuck about none of that shit that we talking about right now. And I keep looking at you, and you know why I keep looking at you? Because his understanding ain't what y'all think it is. Nah, his understanding is to get with whoever is whatever's whatever. We not about to run for shit. No, we gonna be behind the machine that does and keep bouncing around on that. It's a if you can pull it off, it's a easy. Lucrative,
just-
Pay my
continuous.
LLC.
Because
Hey
here's
man,
the thing.
stop playing with me,
No,
Zach.
because here's the thing, right? Everybody in Chicago politics
They
understands.
ain't running for shit.
They understand this simple thing. If Paul Vallas gets elected, the machine goes back to what it was before Lori was in office.
We
right?
making money again.
If Johnson gets elected, there is opportunities for some to get back to what it was to be, and there's some that are like, I don't know yet, right? That's literally what we're talking about. It's Vallas is a guarantee that we right back at it, baby. We are good,
We
right?
gonna have to massage Johnson
And
into this.
that's
We
what
gonna
it
have to work
is.
him.
Look at you.
Yeah.
Look at you. Wait till we get off camera, dog. Look at you, dog. Boy.
Just
Boy.
keep going,
I'm
man.
sitting over here bubbling, just fuming, because I'm like, this is shit me and Zach used to talk about 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years ago.
Staying with, let's keep it going. Staying with Chicago. Ryan Poles.
Yeah.
hit it.
Making great moves.
Hey man,
You can hit it for the hit that.
Yeah.
Hit the round of applause for the
he
young
is
man.
doing a great job.
Who is Ryan Poles?
Ryan Poles is the GM of the Chicago Bears. Young man.
I thought that was a player. I'm like, well, yeah, I never heard of this.
used to be.
GM.
Young cat.
Hey man,
you know.
we got a black GM at the
He's
Bears.
doing a
you know what I'm saying?
We got a black
fantastic
GM
job.
and a black president.
Yeah, that's what
Bro.
I'm saying. Like, he's doing a good job.
He's playing Madden.
For you to sit here and say he's doing a fantastic job
He is doing a good
means that on the GM side, he's doing a fantastic job. I don't know if y'all know this or not. Zach is a very Scrooge motherfucker with numbers. All right? Numbers, money, business acumen. I give Zach that. But,
Gotta make sense.
but really on a dick side. You know what I'm saying? Like real asshole shit. So if he sits there and says the moves that this man has made are on the plus,
Dude.
And to anybody who said that them trading down to number 9 was too low,
Trade
and they
again.
could have did the whole double thing where they traded here and traded there. The value of what they got outside of that 9 outweighed
Ridiculous.
anything else they would have got trading
ridiculous.
a little bit higher. You know what I'm saying? They wouldn't have got DJ Moore. They wouldn't have got they wouldn't have got a starter,
Wait.
a guaranteed starter, another first round pick, another second round pick, and they wouldn't have got all that, especially since they lost their second round pick. It's a good move.
You have a legit number 1 receiver.
Yeah.
So now with a legit number 1 receiver, I don't have to think about them in the draft anymore. Now I can use it and go have some fun. I can get a running back.
You know, I guarantee.
Okay, glad you said that. Check this out.
I bet you the first 4 or 5 picks will all be linemen
I agree.
on both sides
Both
of the ball.
sides, it should be.
Check this out.
I will be shocked if that don't happen.
I think a running back though gonna happen in like
I'm
the
glad
fourth.
you said that. And this is where I hold Ryan Poles in a very high standard now. Because he's obviously playing chess.
Yeah.
All right. Watch this. So you trade the number 1 pick down, which you should do. You know what I mean? It's all about the haul you're going to get, right? You stay within the top 10, all right? People rise and fall on these draft boards every fucking day, all right? You stay in the top 10. Your haul is the flip of year 2 of the first round this year, their first round next year, their second round this year, their second round next year, and a proven. You know how I feel about draft and proven commodity. All right? A proven, by average, 1,000-yard receiver as long as he's been in the league on a friendly, super friendly contract. But here's where you really play the chess at. Watch this. So then you go out and you sign their running back. This is why this is so important. Because you have their first round pick next year. You're about to put them back at top 5. And now you are about to have 2 first-round picks. You know what I'm saying? Within, unless the Bears do something ridiculous, within the top 15, 18,
they can make the playoffs next year.
That is a genius move. I'm gonna pick from you. It's a Zach move. It is. I'm gonna pick from you to make sure later I'm good.
Their division is not that tough.
No. Dude, I was thinking about them going to Las Vegas with this trade and getting
That's what I said. Devontae. With 1. But you gotta give me 1 more with.
But here's the thing. Next year they will still be good enough to make a little basic middle of the road noise. Carolina,
they're gonna be bad.
Dead.
They're gonna be bad.
Dead.
They already sold off everything.
As soon as they sold off Christian McCaffrey,
It was a
over.
wrap.
It was over. It was like, oh, y'all are really about to just start over for real.
Which really gives me a lot of upside to Deontay Foreman. You trade off McCaffrey in the middle of the season, and the young man still damn near ran for 1,000 yards.
He balled
1,000 yards and five scores. You know what I'm saying? The same production that you got for 16 with your lead back that you let go, which I felt the way about. But because I play fantasy, I knew who this Deontay Foreman cat was and was like, oh, well, shit, that's not bad.
Hey, just real quick. Should San Francisco go get Lamar? Just ask y'all this non-Bears question.
They can.
You can go ahead.
That would be me, yes.
Whether you should
No, I'm
is
just
a question.
saying,
That's one, but can you? And they can't.
He would look horrible in red and gold, but
They can't. They can't afford him.
Yeah, they can.
No, they cannot.
They
can't afford him.
There's NFL contracts, and NFL contracts can easily.
I mean, even for this year, they can't afford him.
That's where exactly you're right, but that's where he has to sit here and do this.
Yeah, he would have
to.
He would have to take some accommodations, but with the understanding that I'm going to be here past 1 year. You just said football contract.
But signing bonus when you sign a free agent
that has
does
nothing
not
to do
count
with
on
the cap
this
here.
year.
It has nothing to do with the cap here.
Hey, we're gonna give you a bill up front. But you're going to take 14 this first year, and we'll give you 45 next year.
that's solid.
When you say they can't afford it, oh, no, they can. They can't. It's just how can they work it?
If you do that, which sounds good. If you do that, you have to give the first. It has to be like a 5-year contract, and the first 3 years have to be guaranteed.
But also,
has to be guaranteed for that. But I'm not taking 14 million this year
stop.
to get 45
you're not taking
next.
Javan.
That I may not even be here.
Stop.
That's
if I give
works.
you that's the problem is them coming up with whatever the guarantee, whatever the signing bonus is. So because that signing bonus, it can be spread out. But if I give you here's a $70 million check. You see what I'm saying? Because that doesn't count on this year's. I think it's some shit like that.
No,
it doesn't count.
So
if I give you a check for 70, I legit have to have 70 million in cash to hand to you, and that's the problem. That is where the big money owners do the. You know what I'm saying? That's like the tax loophole that you can get around. That's why fam Kirk Cousins got what he got because they gave him a check.
Yeah,
for like whatever it was.
He out there
Kirk Cousins is smart.
playing franchise mode in Madden. He going crazy. This is excellent.
Kirk Cousins is smart. You never heard about no goddamn guaranteed contract for no quarterback until fucking Kirk Cousins.
And a lot of that guarantee money was paid up front.
Up front.
Big check.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. You got to have the money to pay that upfront check.
Okay, time out. Most of them do. They're more scared about their salary cap hit for the year, which these two are two different things. But the understanding of just guaranteed money, the word alone, scares the fuck out of the owners. Guaranteed money? You say sign the bonus, but guaranteed money is like, so I'm going to sign you for $90 million, Kirk Cousins, and the whole shit is guaranteed.
But here's the thing, from a
for a year.
But hold on. But from a number standpoint, if I can give you this flat out check that doesn't count against the cap for this year, it's part of that guaranteed money, and I got this flat out check for whatever it is, and I'm finna win the Super Bowl, which is gonna whatever I get on the residuals of that will multiply whatever it is times 10. Oh yeah, I take that risk.
Who just got a $140 million contract?
Who?
Didn't the quarterback, Josh Daniels, or somebody just signed? Or it's what, Jets?
No. Last person to get a contract on the quarterback was your boy Garoppolo, and that was.
There's been minor contracts, like backup contracts, like
Somebody got re-signed.
Fan from the Jets just went to. Where did he go? Did he go to Miami? Is it backup? Yeah,
White, but that was only $12 million.
It's been a bunch of those. It's been a bunch of
that
minor
one
moves.
of them. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't seen no big moves.
No, somebody just got $140 million.
Wasn't a quarterback.
Yeah, I think it was.
Nope.
I don't know.
Nope.
He be standing on it.
Did
they sign Lamar Odom? They ain't re-signed
Lamar Odom doesn't.
I mean, not Lamar. I said Lamar Jackson.
I would. What position will Lamar Odom play?
I was excited.
Safety. No, I would give him
safety.
He can only play receiver.
Safety, right?
Yeah, I was
He can only be receiver.
receiver.
I don't think he catch.
Hell no, he can't be no DB. He'd get cooked.
DB.
Cooked.
He just
too
talk
tall.
tight end.
You ain't got no
Hey,
hits.
tight end.
He gonna die. He about 137.
You trying to put that nigga back on crack? That nigga got to be high as hell to run across. Hell no, to get hit every time to block for it. No, motherfucker.
His feet gotta be big.
Man.
Pause.
Wow.
Wait, no, I don't believe that. Yeah, you going?
I don't care. Pause. No, we're not going to talk about men's feet. Look at this.
He would get destroyed
Put
on
it
the football
in.
field.
Put it
See,
in.
here we go. Here we go. Put it in. Yeah, see? You started that. What else you got?
They didn't sign Lamar Jackson.
He's still on that.
I'm just like-
We just got finished talking
got a
about
friend.
I know
Lamar
that, but I'm
Jackson.
just saying.
Did they franchise him? Or
How is he
franchise?
not signed?
No, they didn't franchise.
No,
him.
they did. They gave him the non-exclusive
It's a
franchise.
Yeah, I know. I thought they did. I thought
What
they
the fuck is
secured it
that?
for next year.
Okay, that means he can
She
still.
said okay.
That means he can still negotiate with whoever,
And
Non-exclusive.
they can match.
and they can
He
match.
can match. Yeah.
The thing is, though, if so,
They're like, we talked.
You got to give up
You
two
got to
first.
compensate me 2 first-round picks,
Yeah.
and you still have to sign this motherfucker.
Yeah,
That's tough.
yeah, that's tough, right?
He's gonna be with them next year.
Oh, it's probably like
It's the people upstairs.
Hey, man, I was like, man, what a
the
shotgun.
Mac? What the
It's
fuck
people upstairs, man. Like,
The hell?
Upstairs is like they coming down for your
Ryan
ass.
Poles, though, has done yeoman's work. This dude, I believe in dude.
I like it.
I believe in dude. Especially since he had the balls. He had the balls to say, fuck this season. And fuck y'all.
Hey.
Anybody who ain't on board,
let me-
don't be on board
I like
because
it.
I don't give a fuck about this
Get rid of
season.
Let me ask y'all. Let me
Give
ask
him
y'all
the
this
ball
real
up.
quick, right? Even if Justin Fields pans out to be a good quarterback, right? Let's just say he's good, maybe can make a Pro Bowl, but he's not
They got a number
superstar,
three.
superstar,
They got
right?
a number 3.
No, what I'm saying is, do you think any of the quarterbacks who are in this draft
Nope.
are going to pan out to be one of those?
I think honestly, Stroud and that boy from Florida, just because of how the game is played now, I think they could pan out. I'm
talking about the quarterbacks. I'm strictly the quarterbacks.
Right. I don't see Bryce Young as like a Jalen Hurts replica. I don't see that.
There's 4 of them in the top 20-ish.
Jalen Hurts, and they have a lot of similarities. Bryce Young and Jalen Hurts, they have a lot of similarities. But here's the difference. Jalen Hurts squats 1,000 pounds at 5'10", 5'11",
He's strong.
190, 210 pounds.
I did that when I was 19.
So what else you got to see?
We just gonna be disrespectful.
I'm not going. I'm not.
Y'all want to talk about the Oscars? Angela Bassett snub.
What did she get
Was she
snubbed
snubbed?
at?
Supporting actress.
In what?
Was she snubbed?
Black Panther, Wakanda Forever.
She was snubbed. Did y'all?
She didn't win.
You asked
I
me
didn't
this
see that.
earlier.
I
No,
didn't
no,
see the
that
other
doesn't
movie.
mean
I
you're
didn't ask you that
snubbed.
earlier.
Which is
No,
it
you
was
asked me did-
she lost to the
conversations.
movie that won everything.
What movie did she lose to?
Yep, that's what you get.
What it do for
Hey.
what was it? That one it won Best Picture. They had
Everything,
Best Act,
Everything, Everywhere, All at Once.
Yeah, Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. They had 2 people in supporting actress because people were
The
mad
other one
that
should have won. if
people,
that was the case.
people were
But
mad that Jamie Lee Curtis won for the same movie that Stephanie Sue
Yeah.
lost in. Everybody thought she should have won it for the same fucking movie. Like they basically swept everything except for one award of the Best
Hey,
Actor,
did-
Best Actress, Best Supporting, Best Picture.
Did y'all
Best
see that
Director.
movie?
Like all them. No, I ain't seen it.
No.
Like I
That's the
told
best
you.
movie I've ever seen in my life.
Wait,
It's-
which one? One that
I'm gonna
won
check it
these
out.
awards?
Yeah.
Everything, Everywhere, All at
Yeah,
Once.
all at once.
I haven't
Everybody-
What makes it so awesome? Without giving details of the movie,
I'll
what
tell you.
makes it
I'll
awesome?
tell you why. It touches on every demographic. Every demographic can relate and draw into it from 8 to 80. Like it's one of those. Like even from the like children's shit you used to do in school and all that little shit they put meaning behind all the little stupid shit you used to do in school. With the LGBTQ shit, it was a lot of the comedy is it's irreverent, but it's
It helps drive the movie.
right, and it the places of understanding of all of that is it when you do, you know how you do want to pick up your phone and in a movie or whatever, like I said, the comedy or the ha moments will get you to the next important moment.
These are some really good
Joe
actors
Boo
and actresses
Tupaki,
out
nigga.
here.
It is.
Joe Boo Tupaki.
Like if you're in the Asian films, these are some really good actors.
Let me tell you, first of all,
Actresses.
this the nigga from Goonies. Nigga, and
Bro,
no, everybody know him from Goonies. I never seen Goonies. But
Wow.
Say it
Wait,
again.
wait.
Stop.
Hey, so you
Wait,
referenced the movie that you've never seen.
wait. Stop.
because he's from
No, that's fine.
Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
Mr. Jones,
Yeah,
Mr. Jones,
yeah,
Mr.
we got
Jones,
that.
Mr.
Yeah,
Jones.
It's cool, but
yeah,
now let's rewind back to what you just said. You've
I
never
seen it, but I never like.
No.
I never seen it from beginning to end
Okay,
all
time
at
out.
once.
Okay,
but
that's
I've seen
cool.
it 100 times.
That's cool. I said that about the movie that he's talking about right now.
No, you ain't seen it.
I said that. I said I seen it, but not all at once.
It's not the
you know what I'm
same
saying?
thing.
No. That shit just came out 2 years ago. At me being 40-some years old, or last year.
No.
You, my friend.
It's a-
you,
that's what I'm
my
saying.
friend,
I've
talking about the
seen-
Goonies.
Yeah, I remember. Oh, you know what? I probably watched it.
What the?
But I don't. It's not memorable like that.
It's not memorable. That's tough.
I remember the nigga that he looked like Toxic Avenger. The Toxic Avenger.
He look like a toxic Avenger.
The dude from he looked like a mix of Toxic Avenger and Mask. And Mask.
I know you talking about.
Yeah. The Goonie.
Yeah, the Goonie.
The Goonie.
Basically.
Right.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go. So I've seen it, but I you know what I'm saying? It was just like Stand By Me. Like it's all of them movies that just
Sloth,
be on.
dog. Motherfucking sloth.
Yeah, see, I'm not
The
like
fuck
that.
is wrong with
That's
you,
what I'm saying.
dog?
I don't know it like that. But
You don't know it at all.
I just gave you the character that you told me. So I knew that. Like, nigga, what the fuck?
Yeah. What kind of nigga?
But it ain't
It's
that.
just-
It's
no,
just-
you know what?
it's just
fuck
you
that.
said,
No, y'all get
No,
this nigga
you know
too
what?
many passes.
It's the equivalent.
Hey, man.
No, it's not that. It's the equivalent of being able, like, you can recite the song without the music playing, and I can recite the song with the music playing.
It's not. You want me to tell you
Would
why
y'all
it's
agree?
not?
Would y'all, let me let them try.
Sure.
Would y'all agree or disagree with that?
You saying that you've seen it,
But you said it was bad. You
No,
said
I
it
didn't say it
wasn't
was
all
bad.
that. You said it
You
wasn't
said it
all
wasn't
that.
memorable.
Yeah,
It wasn't
there you go.
memorable.
That's different.
There, and this is
Okay,
where I'm coming in at.
All right, yeah, man.
Nigga, what kind of childhood did you have?
I moved around a lot. I ain't had friends for a long time. You the only friend I got. Like, you want to do therapy right now or not? What you want to do, nigga?
Hey,
You
gotta turn some music on.
Single parent? Like, what else?
Where the shot at? Hey, where the shot at? You got. do. Hey, you got.
We can keep it.
He said, what you want to hear? Hey, what you want to hear? I'll tell you.
I know those. Nigga, that's what I know. I know Sade, nigga. That was the same year.
But okay,
Sort
so
of.
here's the thing. I'm looking at this. So this, what is it? Everything, Everywhere, All at Once.
Right.
Rotten Tomatoes, yes, 94%, high numbers.
Mm-hmm.
IMDb, 7.9 out of 10.
Right.
But it still got damn near every single category.
Everything.
Yeah, no. Like he was
Only
saying.
thing it didn't get is like the cinematography shit, because certain movies got,
should
you know what
have.
I'm saying?
The
If you
cinematography
watch
is
it,
amazing.
that's actually what it should
That shit
have
is
been. The first
amazing.
thing it actually was.
should have been the first thing.
The
it
way
got.
that it
What
transitions
won
from here to
cinematography?
there,
Now
you know
they-
what I'm saying?
now
Like,
they didn't.
Or
win.
maybe they did. It's something in the artsy shit. You know what I'm saying? It's words that they probably wouldn't have been a part of.
I pieced it together to say
That shit was amazing,
It's a very entertaining movie.
But to give a synopsis as 4 men in a room, it's basically a mother and daughter story. It's a story about a mother gaining Asian.
It's time. It's time. I'm
We
sorry.
can't talk at the same time. It's mainly about Asian culture and how strict they are in one generation and how liberal the next generation is, and bridging that gap. And they did it in an artistic and movie-like way. Go ahead.
Because of time. The understanding how time has,
Right. And that's what's beautiful about it. I didn't even think about that.
That's-
It's like,
that's all I'm
the
saying.
universal. No, I'm just saying for the listeners, they can't know which one to listen to.
Just officially,
Do the same.
they won for picture, actress, supporting actress, supporting actor, director, screenplay,
cleaned up.
film editing.
They
They
cleaned
didn't
up.
win for cinematography.
Film editing.
I'm
So
about
they
to-
gave it to the
Film
editing
editing.
side of
Film
them
editing.
cuts.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
no, them cuts
Okay.
is mean, Jack. And
This dude
entertaining.
from Big Trouble in Little China
Yes.
is the dad and
Yes.
shit. Nigga, I know my 80s movies. I just ain't watch them.
No, you don't.
All Quiet on the
I
West.
was getting sex. What you was doing?
All Quiet on the Western Front won cinematography.
You can always say that. Hey, whenever you didn't pay attention to a movie, it was like, nigga, I was fucking. It was like, fuck that movie. How was old?
Did you hear that
How was
album?
that
No,
month?
nigga, I was fucking.
This nigga had a white sock in the closet. He ain't have nothing.
I didn't.
Yeah, I was gonna say I lost my virginity at
Not
7.
until I was like 12.
I lost my virginity at 7.
No, we were wild kids, Zach.
No.
Zach,
At
Zach,
7,
Zach.
I thought I was grown.
Zach,
and
we were
now
wild.
looking back,
We were
I'm
wild
like,
children.
I'll
I
punch
was
my daughter in the
abused.
throat.
We were wild children.
She can't leave the house now. Nigga,
If you
'cause
went to Arthur
know what I
Dixon
was-
School, you went to Arthur Dixon School from 89 to 92. Nah, you was fucking.
It's like 50 years ago.
Them little girls was
fucking.
fucking, man,
He was
right?
fucking.
It wasn't us, right?
fucking.
It wasn't. We not
You
managed.
was fucking.
Okay.
But y'all went to the same high school? I mean, elementary school?
Yeah, that's where I know this nigga from.
You was
That's
fucking.
my longest friend, man.
You was fucking.
That's what's up.
You was fucking. I knew motherfucker.
I had hazel eyes in the 80s.
Yeah.
Remember Atlanta Star? The leader
Hey,
nigga from the.
check
Hey,
this
a
out.
woman. A
Check
woman
this out.
told me, "Hey, you look like." I guess his name was like Maurice or something.
Whatever. And he like, who the fuck is that?
Hey, let me tell you
Because he
something.
always been this height too. Keep this in mind. You know what I'm
Let me tell
saying?
you
So he
something.
always been just a grown baby. You know what I'm saying?
I had that motherfucker poster on my wall.
Hey,
My-
you look just like Maurice from Atlantic Star.
Who?
You ain't know niggas' names and bands, especially. All right, well,
Are you?
unless you played that instrument.
Are you Jason's mother? Because I'm about to go into class. Why this old lady talking to me? Because I'm 6'1".
Hey, it take your mama to be like, why that old lady keep talking to you? Why she like you? Or,
Yeah, he like, I don't know.
no. You always give me gum and caramels and shit.
Yeah. Hey,
She trying to take
this
you to the van.
butterscotch. Hey, take this butterscotch.
Butterscotch. You want to come to church with me? Come to Bible study on Thursdays.
She about to get you in that Honda Odyssey. You about to go.
Yeah, no. There are no Odysseys.
Oh, no. It was a Maz. What was it? A Caravan? back then?
Caravan, goddammit. Dodge Caravan,
Dodge
goddammit. What the fuck
Caravan.
you talking about?
We had a Mazda.
A
truck.
Ford Windstar. Fuck is you talking about? Astro van? What is you talking about?
Yeah, MPV.
Hey, the Astro van.
Astro
Ford,
the
Ford Astro van, bro.
If you was anywhere in Motown, you'd be like, hey,
shit.
that motherfucking Astro van pull up.
Man, listen. I think that's why they had to stop making them bitches.
They probably did. They definitely had to change
Shit was
that
going
motherfucker.
left in the
Things was
goddamn
happening.
nigga. What?
That motherfucking caravan.
What?
Who made the caravan?
Dodge. Did I ever tell? I don't think I told you. I know I told
Cowboys
them.
logo probably
The
don't
first
hold
year
that
the
still
Bulls won. It was either the first or second year the Bulls won the championship,
1990-91.
and we was on Cottage. All right, we sit on Cottage on 81st and Cottage Grove, and traffic is doing this and that. This motherfucker is driving backwards in a Ford.
Ford Escort.
No, the van.
Focus.
What did I just say, dog? What van did I just say? Oh wow,
This
look at him.
is
He
coming.
looking at me like the great. He looking at me like the great wall.
Astro
Hey,
van?
the Astro van. Fuck you. These-
Ford made the Astro
You
van.
gotta remember your own
No,
stories.
that was Chevy.
No, Ford.
Chevy Astro sounds
Chevy
better.
Astro van.
What Ford made?
Google it.
The
We need a Jamie.
Ford.
It's time to stand up and fight.
We're gonna do that real quick. Hey,
they made the Astro van, man. Ford didn't make the Astro van. Chevy made the Astro. Hey, go to the Ford shit. Ford made a van with the sliding
they had to
door
start
shit.
David on
The Ford Windstar.
I said the Windstar, but it was it was called
The
something
Ford
before that.
Freestar.
It was something called something before the Windstar.
Listen, man, I'm looking at the 90s. What years you talking about?
91, 92.
No, but back to the Oscars. Joe Butupaki. Yeah.
Short round.
What's his name? Ki Hu Wan. What this dude won? Yeah, Ki Hu Wan from Goonies and
Right, short round.
Like I remember from
Indiana
like I said, yeah, Dr. Jones.
Yeah.
Because you
was
didn't
in-
watch Goonies.
He was
Bro,
yeah,
they're coming out
I
with
love that
another
joke.
Indiana Jones,
yeah.
and he's still gonna act, man.
yeah.
You see now.
He's 113 years old.
He's like, what I got to do? Just tell me where to stand. They
See
putting
now.
red X's everywhere.
Give me that check.
cracking the same.
He was in Encino Man too.
Encino Man was a great movie.
K Who Won.
Oh, I thought you was going to talk about Harrison
Harrison
Ford.
Ford.
I'm like, no, he wasn't. I know
relax.
Encino Man, top to bottom, no.
Jamie Lee Curtis won, but everybody thought a lot of people like Twitter and Black Twitter and everybody was saying, when I saw it, because I didn't watch the Oscars, when you saw it on social media, they was like Jamie Lee Curtis won, and everybody thought it was for Halloween, or it was saying it was for Halloween because Halloween came
I
out.
didn't see that.
But
Yeah,
she won for
But she
same
won
movie.
for this, and when I saw, so first of all, in the movie, I was like, oh, is
Because she
that?
was only
I
in there
think-
for like 10 minutes.
No, she was in the whole movie.
No,
But you just
I
didn't
mean,
You didn't see the whole thing. But I'm just saying, if you see
did.
it, she was
I had
she's the
chopped up.
villain.
You're
She's
right.
the villain's right hand man. Like it's an alternate universe, and she's the but
I only say that because I saw the other lady.
yeah.
So much more. You know
But
what
she
I'm saying?
uses her like.
Okay.
But it's just the way that it. When you see it though, you never seen Jamie Lee Curtis act like this. You know what I'm saying? You know her from Trading Places, being naked and all that shit with the titties and all that shit. But seeing her
Fish
in this,
Called Wanda.
and she had a whole bunch of makeup on.
True
that
Lies.
you-
True
True Lies.
I was
Yeah,
gonna say True
a whole bunch
Romance,
of a whole bunch of makeup on that you couldn't even really tell it was her unless you was a fan or knew. You know what I'm saying? You
Well,
had to be
some Tom
you had to be a
Cruise, Tropic
certain
Thunder type
right.
shit.
You had to be a certain age to know that was Jamie Lee Curtis, and so that you know.
Helped her become whatever character that was.
But
or
it
whatever.
bled through. Like, so when she won supporting actress, I found that out first and then watched the movie. And then when I watched the movie, I was like, oh, yeah.
So,
And her lineage. It was her time.
but you said that.
Don't do that.
Shout out
That's
Chewy.
a different. That's a
That's
different.
Chewy Garcia.
That's a different. Right.
So how many people are saying, like, is it a lot of people that are saying that Bassett got snubbed?
Yes.
There's
actually.
a lot of
That's why- that's why I'm like, the
I'm going to just say
snub
this.
side-
Before it happened, Marvel, this was the first time Marvel was
on a big category.
nominated in a big category. And then she was nominated as Best Supporting Actress with Jamie Lee Curtis for that same movie. So it was like either the movie gonna win or she gonna win. But the history of it
Keep
now,
it back. Keep it back.
the history of it now is the Oscars have never honored or recognized
right.
a Marvel movie.
Right.
So the nomination was the biggest thing, really. But we, you know what I'm
To
saying?
know that you can actually win, but no.
It was a lot of the black people. The black audience
Yep.
specifically was mad that
Black
Angela
people.
Bassett didn't get it. But, and on the flip side, there were a lot of the film goers and the movie people were saying, no, Stephanie Sue deserved it over Jamie Lee Curtis.
Now-
so it was both at the
She
same
don't have the
time
history.
happening.
I
Like,
go
you
back
see what I'm
to
saying?
school.
Like, so it was like,
I go back to school, Zach, and you know where I'm at, and you know the population in there. All right,
Lincoln Park, Chicago.
White.
they're like,
Duh.
Jamie Lee. And you know, like I said, you know the constituents or whatever. They like Jamie Lee. I get it. Jamie Lee, you know what I'm saying? And she didn't play a bad role, but I'll be honest with you. If you're gonna do that, Baby Girl, you know what I'm saying, in the same movie, you know what I'm saying, But when they got to the Bassett side, it was like, no, she did well. But so what? I mean,
But-
it wasn't memorable to that.
Just give you more context.
Black folks understand that Angela Bassett demo differently. You know why? Because she epitomized what we see and go through every day. She showed what a black woman actually is.
Black Women's History Month. I mean, not Black Women History, but Women History.
You know what I'm saying?
But look.
I know what you're
But the other context was a lot of Black Twitter and a lot of people that were just fans of Angela Bassett were saying that this would be the reparations of her not getting the Oscar for Best Supporting Actor.
For Tina Turner shit.
The Tina Turner, right? So what you want to do for love? What?
Why do fools not why do wow?
What was Tina Turner's head song?
What's love got to do?
What's love got to do with it? There we go. So she didn't win for that, and everybody thought she should have won for that. And so fast forwarding,
She was the supporting.
No, she was actress. She was leading.
Best. She was leading, right?
Yeah, she was leading.
she was the lead.
And she had to be leading.
Whatever, she didn't win.
Right.
So they thought this was makeup for that. And so that adds context to why even black or white people were like, yeah, she gonna get it because she didn't get it. So it was the dues paid. So the Stephanie Hugh point is like, she's a new actress. We just know who she is.
Pay your dues.
She did a great job, but we got to watch you more.
We got these other these killers.
Who she's compared to with Jamie Lee Curtis, who's been in all the shit we named, and then you got Angela Bassett, who's been in all the shit we named, and then we got Stephanie who did a great job. Yeah. All right, so now it's like it's between these two. So you know it's who's between these two, and then when it's with Marvel, and then you think it's this black woman. It's the first time Marvel gonna win their thing. And so a lot of people was like,
thinking.
so no, this is the thinking I'm thinking. For Marvel to win their first one, they're gonna use a black woman to, you know what I'm saying, give Marvel their first award and da.
Or
and
we
it's
could
Woman
give
History
Jamie Lee
Month.
Curtis
and
this
then
Lifetime
they
Achievement
scrapped
Award.
everything, right? And so not even scrapped like it was planned, but it's
Not
just
saying
the
she
fact.
didn't deserve
But
it.
it made sense for Angela Bassett because you could have. Hey, the vote got split between.
Depends
the
on the political side of things, per se.
On the political side of things, they got all this. They had 2 nominations in it, so anybody who liked the movie was split between that. So Angela Bassett kind of.
You know what? Stop.
Go ahead.
No, I want you to say, because now you're about to piss me off. Honestly, seriously, because if you got 2 in the category, you know what I'm saying, with both of you in the same movie. That shit is almost like the mayoral election. That shit is split. Where does the side go to this or that? To where it's like, well, Angela should have won off default.
It depends on how they vote. So they do like rank voting, like 1, 2, 3, like your best first. Then it changes.
Like the MVP.
Numbers. Right.
Yeah.
So at some point,
Shout out to Kobe.
and this is my opinion, at some point, you have to say if something isn't good, that whatever it happened inside of it probably wasn't that good either. To me, the second film was not a good movie.
Wakanda Forever?
Yeah, it was not a good movie.
Okay, let me ask you something.
Which
Why?
means,
If you could have given it an award, do you think it should have won any awards? And if it did, okay.
maybe the soundtrack was decent.
Well, no, you know it won.
It's
always going to win.
Do they do soundtracks and Oscars?
Yes.
Okay, I thought
Soundtrack.
it
Score and soundtrack.
I mean, I thought it was Grammys.
It won on costume design.
Wait, do they do it in Grammys too?
Yes.
Yeah,
So you can get 2 awards for the same thing?
Yes, because it's a movie.
666 Mafia won the goddamn Grammy for.
They got an Oscar.
They won the Oscar for
And
the
the Grammy.
soundtrack, but
But
then
they won a
were
Grammy
nominated
too?
for the
No,
Grammy.
they were nominated.
They
for
were
the Grammy.
nominated for
But
the
they didn't
Grammy.
win. They
Yes,
didn't win
you
it.
can.
Has anybody won the Grammy and Oscar?
I don't know.
No.
That would be insane.
Hey,
Fuck the Tony, nigga. That's the Black Awards.
No,
right
I-
there.
Yeah, they call it
actually-
EGOT.
Yeah.
No, you're missing what he's saying.
For the same song.
over the
I'm saying, I present this to the Grammys. They say, yeah, you won.
I give
and
you
then
that.
I'd be like, give me that back. And I
With
take
that
it to
Oscar
the,
shit.
and they like, yeah, you won.
Bitch, fuck your
Same
Tonys.
year, same
Fuck all
song,
that
same
shit.
product, same everything.
I don't
No,
know.
I'm
We have to
killing.
research that. I don't think somebody's
That's
done
the,
it.
Somebody Google
Hey,
it.
that's the go.
That shit got
That's the
yeah.
go.
Somebody.
Hey, that's the go. The Grammy Oscar. That's the go. Fuck all that other shit. Hey, nigga. Hey, on that soundtrack side, man, I'm not making a soundtrack for the Emmys or for the Tonys, but the score, this demo, shit.
But what if
I gotta go?
You can easily,
What you want?
But
go.
you can do
fuck is you talking about?
Tony and Grammy.
Tony,
you can,
Broadway,
but
that's
you do know that's a different
he
sound.
going with nigga
this
shit.
and that nigga shit.
Yeah,
hey
yeah.
man, I go back to the crib.
Barbershop shit.
Nigga, you see, hey, we won, baby. We here.
'Cause nobody-
Grammy, Oscar on the soundtrack.
Nobody ever gets
John Legend.
Nope.
He ain't did that.
Nope. He ain't never. He
is the perfect nigga.
He's never conducted a soundtrack.
Let me look this up.
He hasn't.
Puff.
No.
Not for the same shit. That's
Swizz
the
is
thing.
one.
have to-
He's one.
you have to think of
for
something.
Any Given Sunday, but he didn't win both.
You got to think. You got to think.
Nomination
of something.
versus. So it's like if you nominated over here, you're gonna win over there.
Maybe. But imagine if you did.
Let's keep going with the Oscars. After the Oscars was the Vanity Fair Oscar party.
Do we have to do this?
What happened? What's wrong?
You don't know nothing.
Well, I know what happened, but
Sierra dress.
Do we?
Yeah, what's wrong with it?
We got to do this.
Sierra wore a dress.
Yeah,
what's wrong with it?
Did you see the dress?
Look at this.
Yeah, what's wrong with
Look at this, fellas. Not even the fellas in this room.
People.
Fellas
It
that
wasn't even
listen
so much
to-
about her. It was about Russell.
Right.
Did he
Fellas,
care?
No.
Was he mad?
Right. Fellas that
was.
listen to the pod, we have to stop adopting these goofy ass female tropes. Women do what women do and are allowed to do.
Allow you.
No. I say allowed in this aspect. If you are
What's the
married,
parameters of it?
I'm about to tell you. If you are married, there are now boundaries, whether you want to talk about them or not. That now.
So you
come
saying
into-
her wearing that dress? He clearly was cool with.
he was fine with it? What the fuck are you upset about it?
Let me ask y'all. Outside of them,
I wouldn't have baby girl out there like that. You know what I'm saying? But that's me and my.
that's where I'm
you know
going.
what
But
I'm
you
saying?
didn't get her, though.
No. What I'm asking y'all, look, in y'all personal opinion, if you are married to a Sierra body type, definitely not talking about the person personally,
Right.
but I'm saying a Sierra body type that wants to wear that type of dress, and you're married to a Savannah body type that wants to wear that type of dress. Not comparing the body types, but the fact that
But you are, go ahead.
no, I'm not. I'm saying I'm comparing the dresses. I'm saying
Because of the body type.
what? No, not even that. We could scratch body type. I'm
Okay,
just
go
saying the fact that you're married to somebody that wants to wear dress A and dress B
To the same party.
to the to the same
No,
party
same
because they
party.
were both at the same
Right,
party.
same
Yeah, for
party.
context. So to the same party, are you, hey, free will, do whatever you want, or are you promoting and pushing her to go one way or the other?
Listen,
Wait, who wants to
How
start?
about
Who wants to
we-
start?
no, no,
Jump
how about
ball,
we wanna-
jump ball,
no,
jump
Mine
ball.
is no.
He's
mine
tall.
is no,
we discovered that earlier. He's
no,
taller.
Just real quick, mine is contextual, right? Just simply put,
The theme of the
one person is a star in their own before the relationship began. The other,
You
is
taking that into
not.
account?
Yeah, that absolutely
husbands
has
don't,
to.
though.
That makes
But you
sense.
have to.
No,
You
it's
have
cool.
to.
Some
that
husbands
makes
don't.
That's
But-
going to
but-
change the.
And that can help or hurt, right? You know what I'm saying?
Either
Like,
way, how do
I
you
feel
know,
like
but
with
that
Monique,
makes sense.
you know what I'm saying? Like he's not in the limelight, but she bends towards what he says, and he's not. You know what I'm
No, that
saying?
makes
Like,
sense.
and so it just depends on the husband. But to your personal, to y'all, like
Right.
if you're in a relationship and your wife has those two dress options,
If Javan married somebody who was in the industry.
no.
No, work with me. Work
I'm
with
not
me.
talking about them.
No, but I'm about to go to the dresses.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
you're saying.
If I'm married, we have a family. Somebody who's in the industry, and I know what they were on. You know what I'm saying? Prior to me, I'll be honest. The
This
whole
nigga just
shit,
did.
dog. The whole shit.
Where's the flag?
What
Hey,
the
his hat is yellow. Just throw your hat up in
The
the air.
whole
Nigga, flag
shit?
on the plane. Nigga.
Come
That's
on,
good.
dog.
You are.
It made a sound and everything, dog. What?
You're not editing that out.
We're not.
Yeah.
Zach
You
spilled
see
his
it.
drink. In fact, Zach spilled his drink. All of it.
I tried to have it hold it on my thigh.
Listen to the explanation.
What was I getting?
Pause.
Bro,
Yeah.
No,
I got this big ass thigh. I figured, you know what I'm saying? I'll balance it out.
And your thigh was like
Shit.
pause.
Hey,
Your thigh was like, get that shit off me.
My thigh failed me. What the fuck is you talking about?
You had a spasm on you real
When
quick.
a
What was I even
when a
getting?
table is like right there.
no, I transferred it from the table.
To your
No,
lap.
no, stop. Stop.
All right.
It's gonna get
So,
worse.
Wait,
Stop.
back to you. You saying that.
If I
No, wait. You saying that it depends on if she's famous because of you or if she's already famous.
Let me finish. No. If I have somebody who's already in the industry, you know what I'm saying? I married an industry under woman or this or that. Now we have a family. You know what I'm saying? And her image or persona in the industry that we're in is this. You know what I'm saying? There has to be, this is just with me.
You're moving the goalpost.
I am not. It has to be a conversation because you can still do what you were doing to bring in whatever bread and views and this and that, but you can do that while still keeping it classy. If the theme of the Vogue party was,
dress A or dress A, you going too long.
If the theme of the Vogue party was sheer,
So you don't got
because there was a lot of people in sheer, that's cool. You can wear sheer and not actually show the crack of your ass, actually show, you know what I'm saying, open cleavage, you know what I'm saying, and it can still be sheer, and we can still see the contours of this or that or whatever. I use Janelle Monáe. Janelle Monáe looked absolutely ravishing. You know what I'm saying? Just with the little shit along the thigh, whatever. But everything else.
I'm asking you. I'm asking the guys in the room this directly. You're in a relationship. Dress A or dress B?
B.
So dress B is Savannah. Dress A is, so you're saying you would rather her wear Savannah's dress than Sierra's dress?
I would.
Where are you going?
Yeah, I would absolutely feel more comfortable wearing dress B, but I would
You
have
gonna
to.
wear that?
Even though I understand,
wearing
dress A.
her.
It's okay. Her.
And they both called that shit. They was both like, so you gonna want to?
I need
you
to
gonna wear
star.
dress?
I need to star
Got
in
it.
there. I need to star in the.
Yeah. We're not
But
flagging it.
yeah, but
Or I will
her
flag.
wearing dress B with the understanding that I have to be comfortable with her wearing dress B or dress A.
Yes, agreed.
Time out.
That's Let me get him.
No.
You're pushing.
I did.
That's a push.
I answered
You're
the
saying
question.
no.
I
You
did.
you answered it in the sense of
I'm cool with her.
I'm cool with. I
Which one
prefer
do
this,
you prefer?
But
I
I'm
said-
cool with this,
You said
even
which
if
one you
she
prefer.
does. And it's like, okay,
But I have to accept.
So why do you
Listen
have
to
a
listen to
preference
what I
then if you're
said.
cool with either one of them?
No,
All right,
that's
let's go
not what
this.
I said. I said I have to accept. Look,
Yeah,
this is what I'm saying.
yeah,
Like
Alright.
I prefer B, but at the end of the day, I gotta accept either one.
It's
James.
That's
LeBron.
James.
LeBron's.
Oh,
So you didn't see the dresses?
no, I saw the other dress, not Savannah.
You saw Sierra's.
Sierra's dress.
She had on
Okay,
a white dress.
so she had on a foreign figured white dress
Oh, I
that
see.
flew all the way down.
Yes.
And my thing is, because I heard a lot
To
of
the same party. So
Yes,
for
right.
context, everybody was saying that Sierra's dress was not that bad because if you go through all of the pictures, white women, everybody at the party had on that same type of dress. It was
a
theme-
sheer. That
it
was part of the thing.
It was a
Yeah.
theme
Part
to
of
the
thing.
party. But the fact that Savannah chose to not go with that theme is more applauded.
Get your dick hard.
But
It
it's-
will. On the understanding that if this is the theme
You tell me we'll
of
get my dick hard. You
it
just
did.
told me we'll get my dick hard.
if this is the theme of the party, if this is the theme of the party,
You
we
said
can-
it did.
It did. We can
I had to
even.
look at my dick. We had to-
I'm
eye to eye.
I'm
We looked
definitely
at
not
each
looking
other
at.
like-
I'm not definitely not
No, we
looking.
looked at each other.
No, fuck you. Check it. So if this is the theme of the party, it's like, okay, this is the theme of the party. I can do this, or this. That great middle ground that she found,
And
it
when
ain't
your
gonna
girl,
be sheer, but
when
it's gonna be.
when your
It's gonna
girl
be
picked the Sierra
450.
dress, and she be like, "Nah, it's the theme of the party." You be like, "You a follower. You ain't gotta wear that. You ain't gotta do what it say. You Sierra. You can wear whatever you want. They'll follow you."
This is you talking for me? Hey, go ahead.
'Cause you
Go
wanted to
keep
wear
watching it. Hey, say the words.
You wanted to wear the Savannah dress, but how? That's what I'm saying. As men in the room, how do we convince or
Can't.
coerce?
Can't.
What are the hints that you give?
No,
You have to be
can't.
direct. What?
No.
Straightforward.
Even direct.
You
Even
gotta,
direct.
you gotta
Even
say
direct.
it.
You can wear whatever you
gotta say
want, but I would
calm.
much rather you wear.
Hey,
It
you
still
gotta-
wouldn't matter.
tell her
Even
what-
direct.
And
It
tell
wouldn't
her how
matter.
you
No,
feel.
no,
You gotta
just
tell.
play it still.
You gotta tell her how you
I'm
feel.
gonna listen to him. You just
I'm telling you, you gotta
applaud
tell
it
her.
for
You
it.
gotta tell her
Actually,
how
I
you feel.
would.
Leave it at that.
I would listen
Like
to-
there's nothing else you can do beyond that.
I
Tell
would
her how you
listen
feel,
to
and
all
it's still
three of
that's
y'all.
your decision.
Yeah,
Like,
it's all about
All
how
three
you
of
feel.
y'all have.
that's it. Like I
As
can't do
long,
nothing
as
else.
long as your goal, as long as you're not directing, you're fine.
Yeah.
It's like, no, you can't wear that.
Right.
Right.
Versus,
I feel.
I feel a certain way when you wear that, and it puts me in a certain situation when I'm out there with you or when I see pictures.
Vetting,
so I just feel a certain way.
This is where
but
vetting comes
I want you
in.
to be comfortable with whatever you want to do, but just understand how I feel about it.
This is where vetting comes in. This is where vetting comes in. No, seriously. This is when vetting comes in.
Now it's up to her.
And look at me. All three of y'all, please.
And you can feel comfortable with yourself because now I voiced what it is, and you understand.
But are we doing?
No,
I'm not cutting you off. I'm not cutting you off. I'm saying that we all have that understanding as men. Going where we going, we have that understanding. Let's just be real. Are we doing that to hedge our bets to say "I told you so" when the night goes?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I don't.
Yes. Do you see what I'm saying? No. Yes. Yes, you are, and this is why that you are. All right?
Now I can shut up.
To all three of y'all, because I'm the outsider on this, okay? So all three of y'all can
I'm trying to give you that third eye.
all y'all can jump down my head on this because I don't have the working knowledge that y'all
You basically, I told you so, and they're not going to say I told you so.
In a sense.
What they say. They're going to be like, oh, we went through this together.
So
bitch, I
with the
told
scenario that y'all that you just put into play or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And you say, well, I'm going to say this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would prefer blah, 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 blah. Okay, cool. Duly noted.
Yeah.
I'm going to put on what the fuck I want.
Yeah.
With the understanding that even though he voiced his opinion, I really want to, you know what I'm saying? I want to wear this. This is what I want to put on. Right? Why did your man actually tell you that?
So you can be fully clear if I'm not feeling a certain way, if I look a certain way, if I do this, you just have a clue.
Yeah.
Cool.
If I'm uncomfortable or somebody's making me feel uncomfortable and we have a conversation or interaction, you're not questioning why this, that, and the third happened. You understand.
You also understand why I'm so defensive.
Come on, Steven! Bring it home,
I'm saying,
motherfucker!
like,
where is the consideration for your mate? If I walked outside, if I had none but gray jogging pants on every fucking day, and I tell baby girl, I'm about to go over to Steve crib or whatever, but Lisa got about 6 or 7, you know what I'm saying, ladies there doing their little lady thing or whatever. You know, we even bothering with that. We downstairs editing video, and she gonna be like, you not going in that? Now, if I say, yes, I am, and continue to go, yeah, your opinion was duly noted, but me and men are different from women on this side. We understand why you are actually saying what you're saying without you actually detailing this or that or whatever.
Yeah, we understand the concern.
And to still do it kind of shows in a relationship.
I thought you were going to when a woman brings up something to us like that, like we automatically understand the concern, like whether they are stated or not. It's like, oh, she think these bitches trying to
right.
She cheat. All right. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, okay, I'll take that in consideration, either whether I do or I don't or whatever. Got it, noted. Me saying this about the dress, you don't understand. Like, it's hate. It's this. It's I worked my body to get to this point. I've done this. I'm like, it's not the understanding of what I have to, not even what I have, just the totality of it, right? I understand that you like this dress and you think this is the time to wear it. Cool. There's not a conversation of like, well, when do you think I should wear it? Right? Like, there's not, Steve
is understanding what I'm saying.
It's just the fact of like, hey,
he's understanding what I'm saying.
This is the thing. I'm gonna kill these bitches.
Yup,
with this thing.
I'm gonna kill these bitches here. Look at this.
And so it's like, where do I fit
kill
into
these bitches?
Now it's another thing to be like, hey, I don't know. I don't have a problem with it.
It's not more so the problem. It's not more so the problem. It's the understanding.
I'll finish it with this. It's not me, and it's personal. It depends on the man, right? It's the man that has a woman and When he notices other women watching, he steps behind them and he don't want you to watch their butt. And you have the other man, and when other women are watching, he turns her around and be like, "You see what I got?"
Advertise.
So it's up to the
And
man. But that's why I'm saying it's back up to the man.
Thank you.
And so she has to
Thank
understand the man that
Thank
she
you.
has.
Thank
If you are that, and
Thank
I'm not gonna say you want that type of man, but if you have if you think when you put this dress on, I'm gonna be that type of man.
Hey, man.
We have to have
We
that
have our conversation.
right? Like, because I can
Thank
play a role.
Thank
You know what I'm saying? Like, if I don't want to say pimp prostitute type thing, but it's
Call
like,
it-
but it's the fact
in
of like,
simplest terms, call it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna flirt. I'm gonna wear this dress. I know it's gonna get attention.
I'm already flirting in the dress.
But in her mind, when she puts on the dress and says, "I'm gonna kill him," you have to understand what that means for me. That's more conversations for me. That's more this. That's more eyes. That's more this. So even with that, that's cool, right? So let's have that conversation. How do we play that, right? So
hate you,
when I'm
man.
at the bar and I'm having a drink and somebody that don't know you points at my wife and be like, "Man, she the best bitch in
I
here."
hate you, Zach. You know why I hate you? Because
You want me to
it's
punch you?
only the time
See, now
We
just-
got
that you come
three
here.
conversations.
You now
Only the
just
times
flipped
that
it.
you
Go
come
ahead,
here
go ahead.
is when me and this
Yeah, you
nigga
did.
actually
'Cause
fucking
he
agree.
started talking.
It's only the times me and him actually fucking agree. And I don't want to agree with this asshole. He's absolutely right.
But most of
you are
I guess
you're
advertising.
advertising.
Just to surmise my
not.
point. No,
he is.
No,
no,
it's
no,
not.
no, I'm
Because
not.
he just flipped it at the end.
No. What I'm
Because
saying-
everything he's saying is about the I. And when you in a relationship, we move as the we.
No, it's
So
not. No.
wait, hold on.
I'm
Wait,
not.
real quick.
No, because you miscategorize what I'm
Listen,
saying.
I'm not.
No,
No,
wait,
I'm
stop.
not.
You said I'm it's about the I.
not.
No.
Now
Stop.
we're potting.
Wait. Stop.
not.
What I'm saying is this. All I'm saying is she can be whatever. First of all, I started with the man has to have the understanding of, if she already has the understanding of, my guy wants to see me look good in front of other people. If we have that type of guy, then we already the understanding is already understood. You can have a guy that I, like I said, I spin her around when other guys look versus I protect her. That is an understanding but if we don't have that understanding, that's what I'm saying the fork in the road is. The fork in the road is if other guys look at me, are you...
I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? Now, here's the thing. It could be different things, and we haven't had that conversation, right? Like, we could be here, and other guys look at me, and you
We're
like, yes,
conflating
because
all-
them my
all
uncles,
one into
them my...
one. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
But I'm just saying, it's different levels, but... Like at this celebrity parties where everybody fucking everybody and this and that and like, are you advertising? Like
You brought that up.
It's like I'm gonna wear this, but I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying? But we don't even know how they.
You brought that up,
I
and
was
I'm
just-
glad you did.
I was just saying this was on the back of us saying you were saying me and Zach were wrong for saying how we feel.
They're not
because-
wrong.
I
You're
didn't
not
say
wrong.
I was
No,
wrong.
this is no.
Yeah.
If
I
you
said
rewind,
that.
if you
He did.
rewind
He
all
did.
the way back,
I'm sorry.
you all's argument is basically saying that what we
No,
were,
I'm saying it's the type of man.
yeah, right, that we were kind of off of what we were
Because
saying.
we
and
know
what
men
we
that
was-
will present their women.
But right,
That
but
we
what-
know women.
You're exactly
We
right.
know men.
No,
Yes.
and you're exactly correct. But when you're trying to move as a unit, what we were kind of saying is that's how you got to move when you're trying to move as a unit. Because I don't have no control over what this other person does ever.
And that's all I'm saying the argument is.
But here's
When
the-
he
wait.
says I'm not moving
me-
at a unit and she says I am.
Let me finish. Because it is, because that's why we saying the moving as a unit for us is saying I understand the person I'm with. I have to express how I feel about this in a situation.
Yeah.
You move how you move as you feel comfortable, but understand at the same time, it's basically saying everybody goes through things in their relationship. If you put me in this situation, this is gonna happen. If you don't put me in this situation, this won't happen. So it's like it's one of those type of things, but it's not saying that these things will happen. But if this happens, and this happens, and that happens, then
But real quick, that's what we were saying. So what y'all saying that y'all need is what we said that we need to have a conversation about, and we just gave y'all the script.
Yes.
We told you that
No.
we literally
For
gave you the script.
I can see you going up. Replay that. What did we say we need?
You all needed what? Y'all need to have full understanding, right? That what I need, how it's going to make me feel, the issues that I will have from this, what how, all these things that I have, but more so what's going to make me feel and what's going to present, right? That's all I can say is how it's going to make me feel.
Right.
I'm not telling you, but the moment you said, yeah, she's going to say, you're not wearing that. That's this thing I said we're not doing. We're not walking in the door saying, you're not wearing that. We're saying, hey, I would actually prefer that you didn't wear that. This is why. This is how I feel about it. But I would love for you to wear what you want to wear.
Can I ask you both then, just off what he just said? You know what I'm saying? This is actually where I was going with this, and to where I said that, Steve, you're making my point. Y'all like, nah, the point in this understanding, and something like that, with the Sierra, Russ, this or that, and let's try to relate to our own situations, okay? If baby girl say, I'm thinking about wearing this out to the and you're looking at it and you're like, ha, you know what I'm saying? Well, I'll make you some. Don't worry about it. I got you. We ain't gonna be that much on the show. Don't worry. And I say, okay, this is what you want to wear? This is decent, you know what I'm saying? This is all right because I know you're not gonna embarrass me, you know what I'm saying, or make us. We talking about, you know what I'm saying? But let me let you know though, you know what I'm saying? I think even if you want to wear this, we can make this, you know what I'm saying, in a sense of where you still get the concept of what the theme of whatever it is for the demo, and you are still confident in showing off, you know what I'm saying, whatever you got going, to where I'm not, and you can either do this. You can either go with it, modify it a little bit, or not. Now, if you don't, and we're not Russell Wilson. We don't know what the fuck that conversation was or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But if you're me, in this situation, if you do this, I need for you to understand, in the combination of what you both were saying, what's gonna be coming back on me.
You didn't see
for
that?
your own, for your own understanding of what you
want.
This ain't
gonna talk about.
You see that goofy ass pic?
Bro, but here's the thing though. Does he have a problem with it?
But no, I'm not. But it's not about y'all zooming into them. We don't know what they have. I'm saying, generally speaking.
No, what I'm saying.
It has nothing. We don't know how their life is.
Absolutely,
great,
absolutely.
So it's not about them. Generally speaking.
No, what I'm saying is, if he is saying that he doesn't have a problem now, you in your relationship, everybody's relationship has to be individual.
Correct.
You have to go at it individually in that moment. So if you as an individual, like me personally, my wife wants to wear a certain thing. Most times I'm like, all right, wear what you want to wear. But I know her to the point that I know that she's not going to wear something reckless because that's why I didn't choose her. For that.
Okay, but you had that's one conversation. That's something that you saw or thought about, or you noticed in her a virtue, and you noticed in her like she wears clothes for her body type or whatever it is that, you know what I'm saying? It's like men notice that, be like, oh, I don't like her. Like, I like her personality. I like her. I like being around her. I don't like that she
may be classy. She may be flashy. She may be more whatever.
But I'm saying, for generally speaking, and we've all as men have come to this conversation of like having a woman that you like being around privately or whatever. This ain't got shit to do with Sierra and Russell. Right. What I'm saying is, how do you have the conversation of being like, I know my guys. You think they cool. They're looking at your titties. And I don't want you to wear that. And she's like, nah, I know your guys. They cool. That's like my brother. Like, how do you know what I'm saying?
This question you asking.
So I'm saying,
you're asking that?
No. My question is, her understanding of, yeah, we cool, and your understanding of, no, I know these niggas. Like, how do we have this conversation of like, this is industry shit? Yeah, the theme of the party is this because they want you naked. So when it's like, yeah, we finna go to a sleepover, a slumber party, and she like, yeah, you gonna go with me? And you like, no, I'm not going with you. Honestly, because I know the niggas that invited you. You know what I'm saying? But it's like,
honestly, just like what you said. Honestly,
that's the same thing here.
No,
right?
Honestly,
you have the woman that goes to the slumber party or the pool party that has the coverall and and it's like, it's to be revealed, and the same thing with like how we started with Sade. It's the whole allure of it, and then you have the person that puts everything out there, and everybody want to fuck, and everybody want to see, and everybody want to this and that, and she likes you though. So now you niggas is hating on you, niggas is this and that. Like, I don't know. Have y'all not moved like this?
No, but the thing is, it's still your choice. No, it's your choice. No, it's your church. It's your choice. It's your choice to be with the woman in the first place. So if you chose that woman in the first place, you know that that's how she got down in the first place. So you can't be upset when you get married or you get together, and then it's like, how the hell you gonna get mad?
That's all I'm like, nigga, what are you talking?
But what? All right, I definitely missed all of that. But
that's what I was saying.
But to come
from the
back and
jump,
synopsize, it sounds like what he said, what both of y'all are saying on this side, in the sense of, I picked you because I know you won't pick that dress. Like, the reason I even liked you is because I know your style of aesthetic don't even like that. Right. And that's what makes me like you. But what's obvious to us is not obvious to women, right? And so what we're saying right now, I guess what we're saying is the fact that, what I've always said, even on Facebook and whenever I meet women, men don't marry for looks. They marry for virtue. Right? So the first thing your virtues about you is you're a woman. You carry yourself like X, Y, and Z and blah, 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 blah. Like, yeah, if in that journey of all those things I named, you want to wear the Sierra dress, cool. Because I know the total you. The total you is, this is a blurb, this is an outlier, this is a speaking of something, and it's cool. You can do this on a Friday night because it's Halloween. Or if you want to do a sexy thing on Halloween, it's like, cool. Go ahead. But I know this is not you. I know you're not going to do this every Friday going forward. Mm-hmm. But
can I get a reverb on that?
Go ahead.
This is the flip back on that. Watch this. Because the understanding doesn't even come into play like this. How I'm about to craft this. With this same situation. I'm tired of the Sierra Rush shit. Dudes really
it's not about that. But the concept.
Right, the concept. Watch this. All of y'all, every male down here is closer to 50 than they are to 30. Yes? Yup. Hey. Fuck you. Say
Why you gotta ask them type of questions, bro?
Say it, goddamn.
Hey, 1983 is closer to 19. What's
semantics?
Take a step before you read. Come on, say it right.
He's Moses.
No, say it in here because he loud over.
1937 is just as close to 2023 as 2023 is to 1980 is.
You gotta know it.
Yeah, it's 1937 to 1980 and 1980 to 2023.
They're all 50 years. Look at this here. Check this out.
Hey, you make everything his point.
Have a way.
Are you a Virgo?
We no, hell fucking no. Got a baby.
You're a murderer. You're a Cancer.
Baby mama is though. I am a murderer. Look, so check.
Confused.
Fuck you.
Murderous Cancer. Cancers are murderous, though. We got a whole thing saying fuck cancer.
We are all closer.
That's what we changed fuck Javen to the fuck cancer.
To 50 than we are 30.
Look,
the men down here, right?
Wait. Keep your thought. Pause.
It's gonna be tough.
This is what I'm saying is, instead of fuck Javen, we should say fuck cancer, and it's more. But go ahead.
I like that.
It's more adaptable. More people can, you know what I'm saying, relate.
Jump on
it's an inside joke.
They're gonna be like, oh, so you know Javen.
Go ahead. Don't
fine.
get your thing.
We're all closer to 50 than we are to 30.
Okay, you said that 6 times.
I got caught off.
He like a battle rapper. You got to say the last bar to get the new bar. Now he forgot. Let's go. This shit is fleeting.
I don't even know what exactly we were talking about now, dog. I hate you people, dog. I'm like, no, keep it, Jay.
I don't even know what he was keeping. He was just keeping it. Like, he just got his fist balled up. You don't even know what's in there.
Squirrel, what were we talking about?
I think the main thing is people just need to know who they're dating, who they're going to be with. Make that decision based upon that, like what you actually desire, what you like, what you know you can handle, what you can't handle.
Oh, got it. Check it. So we all pushing 50. Check this out. Let's flip that situation. All right. We're all pushing 50, but we don't look it. None of us look like we are actually that old or this or that or whatever. I may be the closest motherfucker down here, with you a hot second, as far as a dad bod is concerned. And even that, there's no real, you know what I'm saying, Carl Winslow gut. There's no, you know what I'm saying, the way you look as old as this or that. So flip this. Watch this. We go to the Vogue party, right? And I go in the tightest gray jogging pants, a motherfucking t-shirt, a hat, and this and that. And you wear
showing your talent.
You wear a distinguished understanding. You know what I'm saying? Now before we got there, I tell you, well, this is what I'm wearing, whatever. And you say, well, you know what? I may have a, you know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, duly noted. I'm still going to wear what I want to wear. You know what I'm saying? Why? What is the difference? Men don't do that. Why? Because they are not going to embarrass the lady that actually put out a voice saying, don't do that. It's going to be an alternate understanding. Where the flip is going to be more so,
You don't got to end it.
well, I told you.
This is going to speak you down.
Where I told you. You know what I'm
Cap
saying? Well,
this
I want to
point
wear
on.
this. I want to hear how you felt about it.
He don't know how to land.
Yeah. Land it.
Where you're not really paying attention how that's going to affect me,
That
the
nigga just-
idea of us. If we're going as us.
He keeps
Got
going,
it.
he keeps going
All
around the
right.
lady.
So look, let's
I
go
hate
here.
you, Steven.
You don't have to tell the people.
Is it a V or a PH?
Just quit picking chicks that don't care about your
No, that ain't
feelings.
me. I don't.
All right, let's go here. You said something. Look. If you had a pussy, would you be a thot?
That's tough.
No. I rewind it a little bit.
Nope.
If you had a pussy, would you be the exact person you are now?
Yes.
You think you would be the same person?
Now.
All right, so you would be a thot. Got it. No, I'm just talking shit. Look, we answered 2 questions. We got them. No, look. What? We gonna go around.
No, we not.
If you had a pussy, what type of woman would you be? Y'all don't. It's Women History Month. We gotta. This dedication. Yeah, you have daughters. Your whole life is surrounded with them. So would you be more like your daughter, your wife, or your mom?
You ain't shit.
Yeah, nigga, I'll sum it down for you.
Javy gonna be with Larsa
What
Pippen.
would you be like? More like he gonna be just like his mom.
He
That's
gonna
why.
be like he gonna be like Pippen next
Y'all
week.
gotta answer the question. It's people listening.
Honestly, I would not. Go
If you
with
was a
my
woman,
I answer, but I want to hear your answer first.
no,
I'll answer-
then you can't answer a question with a question.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
You did.
I want to know if you had a pussy, would you Steve,
No, because
act the same way as you do now?
You can't ask me the question I asked you.
Can I
Yeah,
answer?
I'm not doing
Can I
that.
answer?
I'm not doing
Can I
that.
answer the question and then ask you the same?
We're gonna go around the room. We started here.
I'd rather
We're
for you
going
to
here.
start it with yourself.
We started already. God
I'd rather
damn.
for you to start
This
with
nigga's
you.
just trying to push. Like
I'm
come
not
on.
pushing.
Answer it then. I didn't even start with you because I
I'll
knew
say
it was
I
gonna be
wouldn't-
like this.
I don't think I'd be at that.
Who would
what?
you?
You know what? You know
What
what?
woman in your life would you be most like?
I'd be closer to my oldest. Yeah, my daughter. Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Shut up, Mr.
You know what?
I would have got some, but I wasn't out there just mouthing the world. Like, that wasn't-
I would-
like,
I would-
just
I
some
would-
nice-
Said mouth in the
wow,
world.
yeah, like
Mouth in the world. That was like right after COVID. You just mouth in the world. Huh? You ain't got no mask. You mouth in the world. You just go raw dog,
At 40
raw
something
mouth
years
in this
old,
world.
40-something years old and Javan.
Right.
How many kids you got?
Yeah, I wouldn't have any if I was a chick.
Yeah, somebody would have busted you.
No. No. The thing, no, the thing is,
Definitely the title.
the thing is with dudes are stupid. So you know what the outcome and consequence is, and you will still do this or that or whatever.
Dick on the gambler table.
If Javan had a merch, I already know I got the leverage. I would probably be.
Are you snobby?
I would probably be
Are you
a
snobby?
city girl. I would probably be the worst, but without fucking
You get
nobody.
flew. You get flued
No,
out.
right, without fucking
you said
nobody.
right.
With the other, no. You saw me
the
sitting
fuck?
here thinking. You saw me sitting here thinking like
Hey, this dude
time out.
got a paid for booty, paid for
Like,
titty.
time out. Like,
You got OnlyFans, everything.
Feed out.
No, the thing is with that, you don't even need to do that. The understanding is if you are a 7, if you're a chick and you're a 7,
She don't know shit. Go ahead.
if the market says you're a 7.
She don't know. That.
You can get yourself to an 8 or a 9 and not do none of the shit that the 4, 5s or even 9s are
That's
doing.
not true.
That's your
It's
problem.
the
With,
truth.
that's your problem with
That's
women.
not true.
I watch it every day.
Is that your problem with women?
No, 7s don't turn
That they got
out,
an
bro.
advantage and
No,
dudes don't.
that you can move this 7 to a 9. It's like why you?
Say it again?
it depends on the city they're in.
I think a 7 can get to an 8. That's about the max you can get.
Nah, you get to a 9. Hey, see,
That's about it.
no, 7 to get to a 9.
From-
Can't get to a 10,
from-
but it can get
no,
to a 9.
okay. So you talking about from physical, just strictly physical.
Whatever would take you from a
Fuckable.
7 to a 9.
7. We only talking.
We only tell you,
Okay,
right.
cool. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Wifing.
again. So yeah, it only goes you up from 7 to 8.
I disagree.
Okay, cool. Think about it. I'm gonna tell you the truth. What I've seen.
You can do that from a
I've
Thursday
seen-
to a Friday.
Once they increase like a certain amount, bigger chest, bigger butt. What they going? At some point, what?
Let me give you something. Right, born and bred, a 7 in Miami can go to certain cities and be a 9.
Come to Chicago, you're a 9.
No problem.
7 in Miami. Come to Chicago, you're a 9.
Maybe in certain parts of the
Yeah,
neighborhood.
I know. I won't say that. I'm not gonna say that. I said certain cities. I won't say Chicago.
Ooh, wait, time the fuck
I won't
out.
blatantly say Chicago.
No, we have different Chicagos. I see difference in you, bro.
What
I
difference
see
do you
that.
see?
Are
I see
you a
some
White
shit.
Sox fan? You a Cubs fan? Why are you talking like this?
I don't understand this.
Talking like a White Sox fan.
I'm actually quite disappointed.
Are you?
Yes.
Are you? Keep this in mind. A 7 in Miami actually has to keep up to an understanding of what Miami is. You can get a 7 in Chicago that is truly a strong 7 without all that other this and that or whatever. So you bring that 7 from Miami that's doing all this extra, whether you like it or not. I don't like extra shit like that. You put that 7 in the environment of what the natural 7 is, it's going to be higher.
But here's the thing. I won't. Only reason
You
I can't-
disagree?
I can't say that blatantly about Chicago.
Overall.
Because you can go in certain places and a 7 in Chicago might be different on a different side of Chicago. That may be an 8 or a 9. And you go to a different place in Chicago, it might be a 6.
Well,
that
you
it
live
turns
here.
into- I'm
Whoa,
just-
you
I'm
live here.
just
Tell me
telling
what
you.
you're talking about. Where you going? You go
North,
from where?
south,
Where you going?
west.
Where you going? That's the question.
Where am I going?
Where they get an increase of 2 points.
From different areas. No, not in the land like what he's saying. If you were to go out of town,
If a 7 in Miami moves to Cleveland,
she's a what? In Cleveland. You see what I'm saying, dog? Like,
Hey.
you rather just not give me mine.
Let me ask you a question. All right, in Brazil, any of y'all been to Brazil? Any of y'all been to Colombia?
You bring one of them Columbia bitches
Y'all
back.
be inviting me,
You bring
man.
one of them Columbia chicks back to Chicago.
Yeah, and they all like live on the street. They're poor. They don't have any kind of
Nope,
money.
I
to do
said the
nothing.
Columbia chick that you
So-
brought back.
so you-
she turns into a
So
what
when
once
you
you touch
bring
down.
them over here, like this natural, your wife, natural beauty, right? That culture, those people, like it's just, bro. Those are 8s walking in the door, don't have to do nothing. So you got people who, like you said, it's always perspective too. You add all this stuff, you gonna lose half the people.
If you went to Brazil and married a broad from Brazil and brought her back to Chicago and she was an 8 in Brazil, what is she in Chicago?
To some people, a 9. Some people,
And
a
we're
10.
done.
she might crack a 10.
Hey, what else you got? Hey, what
I
else?
said
Hey,
something.
wait. Hey, Steve, what else you got?
Shout out to Troy.
Shout out to
just-
Troy.
but I
I'll be
do
down
know
there
what
in a
you're
couple of
saying.
months,
It
bro.
depends
Hey,
on-
yes, sir. Hey, no,
It
I
depends.
get
It
you
depends
I
on
get
where
you
you move, because there's certain.
No, it's the back end. It's the back
Chicago
end.
is so fucking big and so fucking crazy. Like people don't realize there's certain places. It's like you go and be like, I did not know this was over here.
Oh,
That's it.
you're so
All
stupid.
right. I didn't know they get down like that over here.
No, I'm
Man,
just
the
saying.
whole side.
Not telling cats to be passport bros and go do this or that or whatever. But
What
what
is
he's saying
passport
is
bros?
These are
one demographic in one space on a line of 0 to 5 or 0 to 10 is different from a different space.
So I have an app that I made. Actually, it's a calculation that I made that will calculate the compatibility of 2 people and put them in ranges that actually.
You ain't no mathematician, are you?
I'm actually
Shout
very
out
good at
Spencer.
math.
He's not a mathematician. He's an asshole.
He's a
He's a
pragmatist.
statistician. He's a statistician. He's not a mathematician. No. That's too much work. I'm gonna deal with the data. I'm gonna deal with the data that's already there.
Once
You
you
know
tell
what
me
I'm
that,
saying?
Hey,
You know what I'm
you know,
saying?
hey, I can make it work.
You know
I can
what
turn
I'm
it into
saying?
something.
Oh, that's what that say?
Guaranteed.
I tell you what it
Turn
means.
into something.
You don't know what 2 + 2 mean?
Oh, okay. Sit down. Let me
But it legit scores people in some fashion, right? And it has a sliding scale as life moves up and down. So it tells you
as far as like finance or what I'm talking
whatever
about the sliding
category.
scale is.
It's
You
a
know what
part.
I'm
It's a
saying?
part. It's a part of the calculation, right? Finance, the attractability, all these different things. And then as people move forward and back in their lives, they can either go further apart or they can move forward together and move back together. But if they go out of a certain range, that's usually when divorce happens. I would actually.
Do you think real quick, because I know we're about to close this out, but do you think, especially, honestly, all 3 of you guys, I definitely got y'all faded as kids, but y'all definitely have me faded as far as relationships and the length, longevity, understanding of one certain person. You know what I'm saying? Piggybacking on what you're saying with that. You know what I mean? You stay with somebody so long. You know what I mean? There's gonna be some type of synergy to where she's gonna start doing shit you do shit, you know, this or that or whatever, you know what I'm saying? How do y'all keep that whole dynamic, that understanding to where you're still your individual, you know what I'm saying, but still keeping the household dynamic? Because I don't know if folks know this or not, but when people get around somebody for a long period of time, they get tired of the motherfucker. They ain't got to do shit. And they will get tired of just knowing that you are coming into the door. You know what I'm saying? How do y'all manage that?
I don't think it's. I think one. I think it's. I don't think it's universal for everybody. And then I definitely think whatever that is that we think is universal is definitely different between men and women. And I think it's almost polar opposite. Like I always say that men and women are perfect opposites. Where before y'all get together, you're attracted and she's repelling. And then y'all get together, she's attracted and you're repelling. And it's just that understanding. It's the balance. It's trying to bleed and like I was saying last week, like I can show love, but it's like, how do I have enough for her and
the baby?
Right. You know what I'm saying? And how do, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, I'm going to say look at it as a job or anything like that, but it's a to-do list. Like, I need to do this. I need to eat. I need to da-da-da-da. I need to love my woman. I need to nurture the kid. And sometimes the percentages are off, right? So my percentage for nurturing a kid is lower because I only have 100%. Right, and that's the thing. Like the perception is you have 100% for the kid,
everything,
and you have 100% for her, and you have 100, and it's not that everything. Right. So when the day starts,
I have 100% of the day. And now how we gonna work this out?
And so and I've always moved in that, like the understanding of I don't want to be in a relationship every day. You know what I'm saying? I've always said that.
Oh, I don't mean to cut you off. But because it's time, wrap it up because I want to. The reason I asked all three of y'all because it's in a different.
I don't want to.
But I like that.
It's the breakaway. It's the way, like, to create in this room to come out and be able to. I need to edit some video. I need to do something. I need to smoke some weed. I need to do something to get away that I can go back. I need to recharge. I'm an introvert to the 10th power, to the point of I do it with my family. Like most people do it with, you know what I'm saying?
Something
like,
else, but I
can't be around anybody.
Right.
But that goes back to what we were saying earlier. Like, how you don't got no friends? You ain't see Goonies? You don't got nobody? Like, it's always born alone, die alone, right? So it's like the understanding.
When you say it's like you want to get away from a relationship, I know what you're saying, but it's like, no, that's
there,
actually,
and that's what I'm saying.
No, that's actually part of the relationship in extent, and it always should.
Stop, hold that. No, because I'm going
I'm giving it. I'm done.
I need to hear him.
But he's going with it. It's her understanding versus my understanding. But before I even got in a relationship, I've always said that to potential relationship-ees, if that's even a word. But when I even say that, they would say, "Oh, what does that mean? You want to fuck other bitches?"
No.
My thing is, I'm a recluse. Like, I don't cheat once I'm in a relationship. Like, contrary to, like, I don't even want that headache. I don't even want to buy. I'd rather the bitch like me than to cross the thing and fuck her. It's way more advantages in her just staying to like me and having back to what we saying with Sade, the allure. Right?
I'll be honest with you.
I'd rather do that.
You represent a lot of men out here in the sense of. Ladies do not believe how men are just as straightforward as you actually are.
Because like, I believe we fuck anything.
Unless if I don't want to be in a relationship with you, I won't. I'll tell you, I won't. I want to fuck you and leave you and deal with you when I want to deal with you. If you don't like that, that's cool.
But it's understanding what 100% looks like. Your 100% means I want to touch you at all times. I want to always. You got to be tangible. I want to. Where you going? Blah, 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 blah. My is, are you down for me? Like, are you, when shit hit the fan, like when I fall back, are you there? Are you gonna catch me? You know what I'm saying? All of these, like, by your side, Sade, you know what I'm saying? That was a perfect, you know what I'm saying? Like that whole understanding.
With that vibe,
like,
the same vibe
like,
she was on, you know what I'm saying?
Like, I ain't seen you in 2 weeks, but you can write me a letter that makes me know, like, you right here by my side.
How about you, Zach? You know what I'm saying? You're married, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I definitely believe that it's...
That nigga cleared his throat, like she listening.
No, I definitely believe that
She will be.
It's a relationship specific. So you have to identify what each person truly needs in that relationship,
Exactly.
right? And too often we don't even take the time to ask, but a lot of times we don't even take the time to find out for ourselves what we need in our own lives. So we don't even know what to tell them. Say, hey, this is what I actually need. We're
You
just
got
hoping
to feel
that
it, but you have no word for it. You know
I just
what I'm
want to say
saying?
this, and to your point of what you're saying, in that same thing, and I don't want to cut you off, real quick. So the women that's listening, that attitude of what he's saying is, once I've committed to you, I think this forever.
Yeah.
And I think it can always be fixed down the road. What you think is immediate right now, I think, hey, yeah, I'll get it.
So
I'll figure it out.
it's
But go
there.
ahead. Yeah, I'm just saying for the women that's listening.
Yeah, but at the same time, though, we do have to be present and show them and give them that, right? Too often as men, we'll just, all right, we'll just do this for you. I do. And now it's like, man, I'm doing this for you. I'm always there with
Checking
you. I'm
boxes.
always this. I'm doing this. I'm
Checking
doing
boxes,
this.
right.
But we're just sitting there like, all right, listen, this time is not the same as you giving the right energy, right?
Because it's empty. It's the
Right.
empty understanding. You know what I'm saying?
So a while ago, I read a book. I pulled it up called "The Power of Full Engagement." It's by Jim Lohr and Tony Schwartz, and the book really puts into perspective of when you're in those moments, literally giving all that you have in those moments. The problem is a lot of times we get in these moments with whoever we're with, and now we got the phone. We're doing this. We checking that. And I was like, hey, you're not even here with
My
me. What's going on?
Stay 100%
my problem is like I always say here with men, that shit dried up really good. My problem here with men,
Into my pores.
I didn't watch it. You don't recognize the moments when you're in them.
Yeah.
Like, and I always say, men's vision is their hindsight is 20/20. Like, men look back, so I can look back and see when I was at Ahmad's wedding and been like, that was dope time. I should have took more pictures. I should have been hugging my wife more. When that picture where I wasn't hugging her, right? But in the moment, and that's the thing, like, yeah, you can have that conversation about being in the moment of X, Y, and Z, but it's the recognizing the moments
Right.
when you're in the moment.
It's a skill, and it's a skill that we don't have. Like we've lost how to actually be in the moment at that particular time.
It's because I was gonna say we get so caught in the moment of what it is now, and whenever we're in relationships, especially going long term, we don't understand the ebbs and flows that's gonna happen with it and the life changes that happen, right? So we always think it's like you get into it and we're in this space and this space is great and this space is comfortable, right? But this person is not gonna look the same 2 months from now if this event happens and this event happens and this event happens. And how do we adjust
Everything,
to
everywhere,
this person
at once.
that moves and waves and now they're this? Oh, this other thing happened and this happened. It's like with me, it's like having one kid, having 2 kids, right? Being in a pandemic, not being in a pandemic. What's going to be the future? Jobs. How's it go forward? All these things are going to change who this person is that I'm sitting here having a conversation with, because the weight of different things is going to weigh differently on them and how they view it. That's why the main thing is communication, to be able to, y'all got to ride these waves together. Because if y'all got this from the jump, y'all good here, you got to be able to, like, because you going to lean
Definitely
this
the
way,
main thing
but
is
you got to be able to
communication.
see it.
But the other thing is, the main thing is understanding the how that person responds, right? Because in crisis, the woman may want to hug. I may want to.
That's why I was
You know what I'm
gonna
saying?
go
It's
with
the fact of like understanding. I ain't so much love language, but it's how I respond to shit, right? Where it was like when danger's at the door, y'all all want to huddle up in a room, and when I'm like, no, y'all huddle up in the room, I'm finna go face this danger. It's like, no, hold on. It's that disconnect of understanding who I am and understanding who you are, or even the vice versa. When this Woman History Month, when she's like, I got it. You know what I'm saying? You like pipe down.
Got what?
You know what I'm saying? It's like
Hey,
slow
relax.
down. She's like, nigga, I got my FOID for this. I'm trained for this.
Just
You like,
chill.
stop. You know
It's
what I'm
also
saying?
the understanding that she may enter a certain space because this life event flipped all that shit on his head, and now she's the opposite. I don't want the hug. Get the hell away from me
That's what I'm
because
saying.
this thing happened. It's like, but what you've known is she wanted the hug. I wanted to be here. I wanted to be close. I wanted to be this, and
But
that's
that
the
communication
difficult
or
part
understanding
of it.
of being able to communicate that in the moment. 9 times out of 10, the understanding of when the moment's happening. That's why we were having this conversation, because you didn't. It's like there's a flip, right? But how do you communicate that in the moment? If I already understand my mate, then I know. Then it's cool. It's like she finna snap. Like that's when niggas be like, "Hey, please do X, Y, and Z because she is gonna go up. That's understanding
We
your mate.
lose everything
but
because
but the
we
flip side
dismiss
of
everybody's
not
traumas.
understanding your mate in the moment is when she does snap. And she hasn't communicated to you of how to play the role. And that's the same thing with the dress. I'm finna step out here and snap on these bitches. Whether good or bad or sexually or have a aesthetic, it's just like, where does that leave me? Because I know how we play it around the crib. It's just like, do you want me to turn up on niggas that try to take a picture with you? Or do you want me to let people, you know what I'm saying? Just tell me where you want me to stand. When paparazzi say, hey, get out the way, do you want me to be like, no, and hug you tighter? Or do you want me to stand out the way? Because I know who you are.
Because
you know
none of us want to recognize our own traumas. And we sit back and we use crutches on the flip to get us through said traumas instead of actually getting through said traumas.
Yeah. And alongside communication, and I think it's like chicken and the egg, like which one do you get first? It's grace. Right, like you can't jump to the assumption like,
Nigga,
I've
been talking that great shit all
is,
fucking week, dude.
I say that all the time.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
hard.
It's the chicken.
But it's hard,
Chicken
right?
came first.
It's hard, right? Because when something pops off, or anything happens, I can't automatically assume however you're feeling, however this what you're thinking. Like, nah, hold on, something's going on. I'm gonna wait a second.
And it's very difficult to give grace to something you don't completely understand.
Yeah.
That is
wait.
very
Oh,
difficult.
you said difficult.
Thing.
I'm like, that ain't hard. That ain't easy.
No, it's hard. It's, if you understand, it's like you can give your guys grace. You know what I'm saying? Because it's your niggas. You understand that, right? But something that you don't completely understand, it's like, it's difficult. So how do I give you grace? What does this look like?
I'll be honest with y'all. And this is fucked up because now we going on 3 hours on the pod.
Yeah, we finna get out of here.
But this is a whole...
We still got Jesse Smollett.
This is a whole
No,
different pod, honestly. On the understanding,
Join us on the Patreon that we don't got.
It's the understanding of what y'all saying with the grace side. We as a culture, a society, an American Western society, have pushed away the understanding of grace. Grace is what can you afford? Financially, straight paper, straight monetarily, what can you afford? If you can afford this to this, I'll give you grace. And I don't even know you, strictly off what I think you can afford.
Or your value. Same difference, but if you personally are a person of value, there will be somebody there to move things around to make sure they can get some money off your value, right? That's just that. Like, so if you're valuable in any way, shape, form, or fashion, oh yeah, we can bail you out real quick.
I don't really think where we're at right now, culturally, society-wise, in the United States, where this is actually going to be beneficial, especially on the side of grace, in the sense that I think we have hammered home so strong, even since we were shorties, the understanding of individualism, to where individualism does not translate into grace. It does not. It's you fucked up. I don't care how you fucked up. I'm well. You know what I'm saying? Without understanding what happens. Honestly, what happens?
That's a whole nother thing.
When you do not
go to the Kyrie.
do this.
The whole
when you don't do this, you know what happens?
Is he individualist?
Civil war. Civil war happens. Class warfare. All these things happen. And we are okay with it because it still benefits us individually.
Yeah, I don't know. The individualist it depends. It's still a popularity contest.
What's the difference? What's the difference between a popularity contest and individualism?
Because some people can get away with it and some people can't. Like,
you know what? And I expect to hear that from you.
I'm saying,
I've been in a car with Steve when Steve is driving. Do you think Steve drives for the people on the street?
That's not my point. I'm gonna finish what I'm saying.
Or for Steve?
Yeah, I'm trying to say something. I'm saying that we champion different individualism depending on who they are. Like, some people can be individuals and we stand behind them. And then some people, it's a popularity contest. Like, some people, like Kyrie, you have people that's like, yay, then you got Kanye, and people was like, nah. And then it's like, it doesn't matter. Like, whoever is saying something that's super crazy, it depends on how the public takes it, and that determines whether it's credible. even people that are years out, right? So you can say something now, and the people is like, "That's crazy," and then you have that one or that section of the internet that be like, "Hey, he was right," but most people don't.
If you
know
have
what
the
I'm saying?
financial backing, you can say what the fuck you want.
To a certain extent, yes. To a certain point.
But that's the difference. So that's even in that you have the financial backing then and now, right? So I can say something crazy now in 2018 and not have the money, and then in 2023 I can say it again, and everybody like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like it's a pick and choose. It's not it's not on merit. It's not real. You know what I'm saying? It's or you're not even held to the accountability. Perfect example, and they ain't mean to segue this, but like Jesse Smollett, when the shit first happened, all of the people that were like, nah, LGBTQ, and they was all on his side, but how that melted away, but those people aren't tagged and being like, hey, the Cheryl X, Y, and Z from ABC, like we can bring up an old tweet when you said something wrong about cerebral palsy. But
I wonder how many of them tweets were deleted.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, all them people that was like, nah, y'all lying. Y'all got to stand with Jesse. You know what I'm saying? But now, how many? And the flip side of the Osendero brothers are telling you exactly what happened, and you don't have the same thing. The same people being like, nah, let them tell their truth. Let them blah, blah, blah. Congratulations, Fox paid them. It's like, nah, Fox.
Jesse Smollett shit was like a belief that like the spirit of our grandparents is still around, right? Because everybody our age was like, nah, fam. Nah,
Don't
fam.
be our age and be from Chicago.
fam.
And this is the story that you about to come up
But
with.
this goes back to my point.
I don't give a fuck what or who, any. This is the story you got?
They don't do that here.
Yeah, that's some
But
bullshit.
but this goes back to my point earlier when I said the public has a short memory, right? So them same people that you was arguing with 2 or 3 years ago, you can't even tag them, right? You don't even know who they are. That's if you do tag them, they're gonna be like, you on some old shit. They gonna the blame is on you. You know what I'm saying? Like you on some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? It's like
It goes back to what I said earlier about the negative shit. We remember negative this or that more than we do positive, but it doesn't have to have a name on it. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't. I don't need to refer back to Zach for what I know that I may have heard Zach say something negative about. I'm gonna talk about the negative side of whatever that is. If next year things change, who cares? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it, but that's A and B, right? You have the you know what I'm saying, one on one side, one on the other side. But how are we not attacking the supporters of the person that turned out that history
Because
says,
we forget.
That's what I'm saying. The short
No,
memory of
I'm
public.
with you.
That's what I'm saying.
No, it's not
the
that
same
we don't forget. It's just that we don't
do.
care.
Same thing. No, it's selective outrage at the time.
But we did it.
We
but-
don't care.
But okay, so
when
it's
it
the same
doesn't
thing like
matter.
January 6th, right? You had the people that be like, that was crazy, that blah, 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 blah. And then you had people be like, hold on, we need to find these people. And then you start doing the Zoom cams and getting these people. Like, we don't do that.
Say it's 100%. Say
Right.
it's 100% on that January 6th demo. Say 100% motherfuckers like, Jesus Christ, blah, blah, blah. And then you go a little bit further with it. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody, yeah, that was kinda
Now
crazy.
your percentage
Yeah,
is
that-
going to go down to 60. And now we go 2-3 weeks further on that. And it's like, now your number from 100 has turned to, I give it a positive, 54. But that other 46 will never be coming back. You know what I'm saying? When it was immediately like, hey, so how really invested were you in this? And that's how we actually get down. That's how we get down. Whatever is the buzz, we're gonna buzz. Yep. No, that's why we don't.
That's why you need to have no
No,
parties.
that's why we don't need any parties.
You need no parties.
The understanding with parties means that you are aligning with a tribe.
I agree with that.
With the understanding of a tribe. Doesn't matter if
But
you
let me ask you this real quick, and I'll go around the room. We don't have to discuss it. Do you think it's quicker in American, whatever, in our American democracy? Do you think it's which one do you think is the easier path, or which one is more likely, or which one you think American can do first? Get rid of the two parties and have no party, or add a third party? I'm gonna start with you.
Go-
I start
you
with
can
that.
start
I
there.
want him.
He has probably a more detailed answer, so
That's why I wanted
like it.
you
Yeah.
He's gonna be
The question is, what would be easier to implement?
Yeah, in the American politics system, would it be easier to remove
the third party? And it's a very easy.
You don't have to tell me why. Just go around. What's your opinion?
Third party.
You said third party would be easier. What did you say?
It's definitely third party.
All right. I guess we got to do.
No, the understanding is with the third party, we're not changing anything.
We're not going to change anything
with the other two. You know what I'm saying? So I can put up this pseudo ass party or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Green has been around for
300
years.
years. You know what I'm saying? Who gives a shit about this little motherfucker? Whatever.
Right. It's the understanding of like. We can either add another chef to this kitchen, or we can get rid of the kitchen and nobody cooks.
But you're talking about
add another chef. Hey, we still gotta eat. We still gotta eat.
You do realize
we still gotta
no parties is crumbling the system.
There's no such thing. Whoa. When is
Which
the
is
last
easier?
time? Let me ask y'all.
No, I say that because Andrew. What's the Andrew Wang?
Yeah.
He is he has a third party, and he's starting a third party.
And got
he's got a
backing to actually.
If it don't happen this year,
exactly. He's not even looking.
He does J-Mal Green on FedEx.
I was about to say the same.
I'm sorry. I
thing.
took your shit.
He's not looking for right now. In fact,
Pause.
Honestly, he's probably not even looking to actually get into any type of necessary office. They're more so build the capital of you knowing me and knowing my platform, knowing where I'm at. Knowing what I'm doing.
Two conversations.
You saw that? Yeah, thank you.
I'm gonna be on.
Because he always get on. Hey. Yeah.
I apologize.
But no. He would never win a presidential anything. But what he will do, he will get you to think and change your understanding of certain things because of bro. Age. Young man. Putting that shit out there to be president, it's like, who the fuck is you? Cool. To even get on that platform means I got something. Yeah.
It's going to take something catastrophic, though. Something real to happen.
It would. No.
We're going to get out of here while I look for the videos.
Red and blue is always.
Find Osendero brothers. I'm not going to find that, but I'm just saying, what are y'all thoughts on that while I pull up y'all videos? Do you have a video? Well, if you do,
I think they both get to be vilified.
Good. You don't listen to music. You don't play some.
I listen to my music.
You don't make music, so my music is what?
Right. He talked like he was Prince. I go home, I turn the shit. No, nigga.
I don't listen to those other artists.
Hey, get out of here, dog.
Yeah, I don't know. This nigga got a nice clarinet at the crib that he
Kenny G. He said he brought it up. He said, "What was the nigga that?"
Saxophone. Yeah.
But Osendero brothers on Jesse Smollett. Tell the public what y'all people not from Chicago that be listening to this podcast. And people look like I'm gonna set the context for the listeners and the people that are like in.
Because it came out last week. And they don't even know who you talking about. Honestly, they know Jesse Smollett, but they have no idea these brothers that you're talking about because this is the wild thing. They're the small part in the bigger story, but they're the story.
Our little list. For the people in Germany, France, Spain, Italy, Ireland, Jamaica, Bangladesh, Canada, Japan, Mexico, United Kingdom, Puerto
You gotta learn how to say it in a different language.
You know Javen loves you all.
Puerto Rico, I can't, not that fast.
Puerto Rico.
Israel.
Israel.
Australia, Bulgaria. Shout out to the people in Bulgaria.
You saying hello, like not him pronouncing.
Hey, if you from Bulgaria, man, shout out. Hey, what's the car they got out there? The Rio. What's the car?
Is a car in Bulgaria?
All right, never mind. All right, tell me the car. Put it in the comments. What else we got? Denmark, China, Netherlands, Nigeria, India, Romania, Malaysia. Shout out to MH370.
So
we never found that plane. The Malaysia plane. We never found that plane. And this is the 5th or 10th year anniversary. Like this is the 9th year anniversary of that plane.
So
it was March 8th. And then Thailand.
We're giving them the heads.
Shout out to all our people out there, man. All the listeners out there in all those countries.
We're giving them the heads up of what's going on in Chicago.
Sorry, what deep?
Yeah, just so they get to understand.
That's dope.
But I don't know what I was going to say.
Think about it. You're in Thailand.
What was the context?
With the two Nigerian brothers, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. Because Jesse Smollett is a world class case. Everybody knows Jesse Smollett from
Thanks,
but
Jesse.
no, Empire and all of these things. Like his celebrity is world class, but I don't think that his scandal is. And so the Osendero brothers and his whole thing of what y'all know about Jesse and his, we call it violation?
I don't care what you
His incident. His incident that happened. The Osendero brothers are coming out on
What
Fox
incident?
and they telling
Something happened.
y'all didn't know about it? Osendero brothers are telling their
Yeah,
story.
they did a whole reenactment.
Go ahead, while I find it.
Yeah, it was
They
funny.
did a whole reenactment on Fox. Like,
No, I saw the video. Something happened to Jesse Smollett though.
yeah, they're breaking down what
They
happened.
gave him a noogie.
Yeah,
Oh.
gave him a nigga. Yeah.
You can't give people noogies in Chicago.
Oh, see,
They
this is
were
why we
pretty-
need this
they were
360
pretty
camera. Hey,
They were
so
pretty-
folks can see this bullshit. Like, dude, them brothers actually deserve almost if they actually went to jail and
Ooh.
did some time.
The African dudes. Why? They played a role, didn't they?
They didn't
All right,
play the
YouTube.
role that was slandered on them. They didn't. They was paid to do something.
Right.
All right, and they were looked at as criminals.
We're about to leave YouTube because we're about to play music that YouTube will block us for.
Bye, YouTube.
Is there anything y'all want to say? Y'all want to give y'all
The
tags?
inaugural demo. Hey, we got more to come.
What's your
more demos?
your tags? Where can they find y'all on social
Jaden
media?
Palooza on all tags, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, this or that. or
Where do you
whatever.
want people to
Continue
look?
keep going.
What is
ZD
the,
Martin LLC.
these are all content creators.
Get
Check
some,
us out.
get some learning, get some development, some training, some knowledge.
This shit ain't credible when a nigga laughing like that. bro.
No, not even that. Nah.
He
He
just
knows
hated on
why
your
I'm
shit.
laughing.
You gotta do a drop.
He knows why I'm laughing.
Man, I don't
Oh
know.
no, you got to record it. The Zach Martin LLC.
All right, YouTube, we are out of here. If you want to get the full video of the ALOT Podcast, episode 169, go to wherever you get your podcast from. We are out.
Much love.
Sponsor the drink. The next time you come, YouTube.
Bye.
I agree.
All right.